Welcome back to Barra Brothers. Hope you enjoyed the last episode with Liban talking about Amorim. But don't go watch that. Continue watching this.
Yeah.
Because as you can tell by the title of this video, it's very clear. It's very obvious. We're going to be talking and basically rating whether each of the big six clubs have world-class players or not. And it's just on us to decide who a world-class player is, why we think they're world-class, and yeah, just stem some great debates. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I usually hate this topic. I usually hate the world-class debate. But it's a topic that I've never really engaged in. Because I feel like it's so subjective. But I feel like where it's like everyone has their own opinion and hopefully you're consistent with your opinion. And if you think one player is world-class for a certain reason and you think another player is world-class for that same reason, that's completely fine. We're going to have different reasons on why a player was world-class. I just hate the topic of world-class players. This player is definitely world-class. Because to you, world-class is different, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, it's like personality can be world-class.
Directly in front of me, we have the man from South London. He's basically
Southeast.
They're all the same to me.
Whoa. I'm with you.
Hey, racism, no racism.
No, I'm with you.
They're all the same.
Because if someone tries to say I'm from West or North, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Northwest.
Northwest.
There
All
you
right,
go.
My bad.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
from the southeast.
There you go.
Are you east of south or south of east?
I don't know, man.
I
It's
think
just
it-
southeast, bro.
I think it-
Below the river.
Yeah.
Southeast.
From southeast London, we've got the main man on his way to 1 million followers. We have got Mr. Amenya.
Big up Amenya, man.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it as always.
What percentage of the way to 1 million are we now?
Ooh, on TikTok or altogether?
Altogether, maybe what, 30%, 50%?
Altogether, it's looking at about like 40% at the
Wow,
moment.
cool.
I went on his YouTube the other day.
Yeah.
In the past 2 days, he uploaded 6 videos.
Bro, I told you this season, I'm
know-
banging out YouTube as well, bro.
Bro,
I wasn't a YouTube guy, but now I'm there, man.
Bro, you're in the sweatshop, bro. This
You know,
guy
I
just
am.
hammering
I
out
am.
videos.
Made me feel like shit, I'll be real.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, I'm like, what am I doing with my
Yeah,
life?
bro,
man?
we got a studio.
I've got a studio, I'm doing FIFA 12 career, and I'm doing that, and then I just see six videos in 2 days.
That's
Give me
talent.
a break.
Yeah,
man.
no, that's talent.
No, but he's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
I'll be real. Pretend he's not here. I wouldn't say it to his face.
Cold.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And
Who's next to him?
To his left,
Yeah.
the main man, another main man.
The mainest man.
Some
all
could
the
argue
main man.
Peak for peak.
Peak for peak.
Luka Romano.
No.
Peak
Peak for. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Peak. All right. How about this? Yeah. Luka when Juventus have lost, or Luka on guest the player.
Or one more. Or Luka.
Peak for peak.
Or Luka when Allegri.
Oh no, Allegri Luka.
Oh.
No, Allegri Luka.
Allegri, muchacho Allegri.
Can we add another one?
Yeah.
Luka when Calafiori went to Arsenal.
Oh.
Wait, one more.
Bad.
Luka when he's talking about cambiar.
Oh.
Come on, man.
Come
I
on.
think
Come on,
I think
man.
that's peak.
How
That
has
was
he
peak.
got 5 peaks?
Wow.
Nah, he's unbelievable. man.
That's why he's the mainest man.
No, he is.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Please.
we got JFTV's very own Luka.
Thank you.
Wait, by the way, who else makes up JFTV?
J-off.
J-off.
J-off,
Nice.
good.
Who else makes it up?
Yeah.
Just me and me, bro.
So why
Yeah.
you say Luka from JFTV?
Because
He is JFTV.
he is JFTV, fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
I'm
man.
like Jekyll and Hyde, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Barra Brothers as well. You could say like Hussein's Barra Brothers, but I am the only one on Barra Brothers as well. Anyways, boys.
Wow. Racismo, no?
Yeah, today, obviously, I already explained what the topic is going to be. But for those of you who remember, no, I'm joking.
That's so bad.
Wow, that's so
No,
bad.
I was gonna say.
You couldn't even wait like a few minutes.
No.
Bro,
I-
dropped it there.
Do you know the what happened behind the scenes when you left? And we were recording that ad one time, where Hasib had a line on
Oh,
SDS.
yeah. No, what
And
happened?
Basically, Hasib had a line where he's like, Amenya had just been on SDS, yeah, and he'd done the whole, for those of us who remember stuff, whatever, right, yeah.
That gimmick.
That gimmick.
Yeah.
I put it in the bag, all that, man. But that gimmick. He done that gimmick. Anyways, bro, everyone was talking about it when we're just like, oh, that's cold. And for those of us who remember, blah, blah. Hasib had a line. Yeah, we were doing like an ad or something. Hasib had a line, and it was like, for those of you who can't be there.
Oh, he was trying to say R.I.P., man.
Bro, every time he would try and say the line, he'd go to Amenya. For those of you who remember...
You know, the Spider-Man, everywhere I go, I see his face.
Yeah.
They were
I'll
trying
be honest.
they were trying to promote the live show,
Yeah.
and they were
Yeah,
promoting
it was
a menu.
that. Yeah, wallah.
I don't mind, man.
It's
I don't
so,
mind.
like, it's here, bro. It's here. Unbelievable saying. Anyways, what I was going to say, for those of you who are watching now, please make sure you like, please make sure you comment, and please make sure you subscribe and join the Bruvvahood. We are trying to grow to 100k. We're very, very close. So make sure you subscribe.
Maybe 100k rupees.
Yes.
Maybe.
They don't know what I meant.
They don't know.
They don't know what I meant.
man.
Anyways, boys, Remedy, can you please start it off for me?
Actually, we're gonna start off with my favorite club, do Arsenal have any world-class players? And if so, how many do Arsenal have?
Remedy, I'll be honest with you. We had this conversation a few days ago.
Yeah, when we
Yeah.
did this video.
Yeah. My mind is
They
changed.
don't know. They don't know.
They don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. We're in the
Sure,
dark.
sure,
Kev.
Yeah, you're in the dark. There's a lot of light on you. I will be honest, my mind has changed.
Wow.
Yeah, my mind has changed. So,
After one game.
no. After time and reflection. I
2
just thought
days.
to myself.
2 days. 2 days.
Yeah,
It's
after,
growth.
after time and reflection.
Unless it's
Bro.
gone down, then
Okay.
it's not growth.
What was your opinion?
Might have been.
What was your opinion a few days ago
Okay.
compared to now? What changed for you?
My opinion a few days ago when I really thought about it is that Gabriel, Saliba and Rice are world class and Saka's on the cusp. Since then,
Since Dan. Since
Yeah,
Dan.
if I said German thing or something. or-
Since Dan.
since then,
yeah.
I've it's a good one. I've realized Rice is not world class.
Ooh.
Rice is on the cusp, and Saka is still on the cusp, but so close
He
to
is
the
the
cusp.
cusp.
He is the cusp. Saka is the cusp. I'll be honest with you. My explanation, yeah. Gabriel and Saliba, I think, are the two best centre backs you could argue in the world, but definitely in the league, right? They're up there.
Yeah, for
they're
sure.
up there, right? Gabriel and Saliba have done enough to win Arsenal a league, in my opinion. The defense as a whole has done enough to win Arsenal a league. Where Arsenal haven't crossed the line, I think, has been in the midfield and in the attack, right? Declan Rice has been responsible a little bit. That's why when last time I was speaking about it, I was like, Declan Rice, I said he's world class, but he has kind of been responsible for that a little bit. Saka has been responsible for it a little bit, but where I give Saka grace is that the defensive unit is way stronger than the attacking unit. And obviously you need an attacking unit as a whole to flourish, for the player to flourish. But then I think to myself again, on the right wing, there are two world-class players in my eyes. Salah and Yamal.
Only two in the whole world.
In the whole world,
Okay.
for me, and this is where obviously we should probably get into our definition of
Yeah,
world
of
class.
course, yeah.
For me, world class is a feeling of what I see from the player,
Yeah.
but also like I value, like world class for me is like you are an unbelievable, you're an exceptional player. If I was to swap you out with another person in that same bracket, you would still be able to perform. Like you're not dependent on systems, you're not dependent on this, you're just an excellent player. Whether your team's performing, whether your team's not performing, you just excel. You're special, right? Yeah, I can't really explain it any better than that. It's more of a feeling. For me, if I was to put Saka in that Barcelona team, I don't think he does the same things as Yamal. And if I was to put him in the Liverpool team, I don't think he does the same things as Salah. But I do believe genuinely he's an exceptional player. And I think this season, I'm hoping, is where he gets over the line from cusp to world class.
Okay. Can I retract your comment? Can I retract it?
Retract my comment.
Yeah,
You can't-
remove it, bro.
Interject.
Just cut it out the video, even. Just take it away.
Yeah, man. I'm editing this video.
Oh, okay, Fez.
It's on my laptop.
Yeah.
I have the file.
So land?
Cool.
Yeah.
So he literally said, right, Saka doesn't have a world class, or he doesn't have the greatest attacking unit.
Yeah.
You said that, right?
I said that.
I know where you're going.
So if you said if Barcelona took out Lamine Yamal for Saka,
Yeah.
if Liverpool took out Salah for Saka,
Yeah.
he wouldn't generate a similar impact.
And you're gonna say put Salah in the Arsenal team.
I can say, I can say that.
Yeah.
And are you saying they'll have a greater impact on Arsenal than Saka?
100%, $1,000,000%. I think they would. I can say that confidently.
I think they're both better than Saka, so that's one thing, right?
Thanks.
So they're better players, so essentially they would provide a bigger impact to Arsenal than Saka would, in theory, if they're both better.
Yes.
But your definition of world class is very hard to argue with because it's a feeling.
Yeah, it's a
I
subjective
can't
thing,
touch you and say, hey, Saka's a better
Pause.
player.
Yeah. No, but I hear you. But do you not understand? Okay, as Arsenal fans, obviously I'm speaking to many. I'm speaking to Remy.
To be fair, Luca has a soft spot for Arsenal.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are they your English team?
Yeah, my favourite English team. But
Let's
I don't.
go,
If they
man.
lose, I won't cry. I won't
Let's
cry.
go.
We had Giuseppe Rossi.
Bro, who
And
do I care
Matteo-
about Giuseppe
We had
Rossi?
Patrick
Darmian.
Vieira.
No,
We had Nicolas Bentner.
Bro, do you know why I like
He
Arsenal?
cares more about
Because
Italy.
of Fabregas.
Yeah.
Cold.
My first favourite Premier League player.
He's thinking, why did I invite my man to the
Yeah, man.
No, he plays 3-2. He's United.
United.
Get on the grab a chair.
This one, man. Substitution.
Where's the
yeah,
ball?
we need one. We need one, Wallah. So this is a 3v1.
Yeah, it is.
Fairs,
No,
man.
but I'm like, unbiased completely.
Yeah.
You're biased.
No, unbiased.
Oh, unbiased.
Unless Cambias was involved, then
Yeah,
Yeah,
fair.
that's where we draw the line.
Yeah, fair.
But
Okay.
Luca, what do you think about Saka?
Well,
Do you think he's world class or
The
not?
thing is, like for me, a world-class player is someone that makes a difference consistently. Someone that raises the level of their team. When times are rough, they'll step up in the big games. My favorite, example for Arsenal is Alexis Sanchez. I always go back to because for me, he always raised the level when it was needed. He was in a pretty mediocre team, but if Sanchez was on the pitch, you kind of knew Arsenal was still in the game regardless.
Excellent example, might I add. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think Bukayo Saka, I don't think he has like the game-winning qualities of Sanchez. Like he can turn around the game by himself, but his numbers year upon year are ridiculous for Arsenal. He's super, super consistent, and I think, like you said, Hussein, the attack isn't incredible at Arsenal. He's the main man in that attack. Yet his numbers are so consistent year upon year. If you were to put him in a Barcelona or a Liverpool, I still think his numbers would be better than what he's putting up at Arsenal because he's in a better team, in a
For
better
sure, it'd be
system.
better, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So then, does that not elevate his status in that regard? That his numbers are better than they actually should be because of the system he's in.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I hear you, but you're comparing Saka to Saka. So you're saying Saka at Arsenal, his numbers would be lower than Saka at Barcelona, for example.
No,
or Saka
I'm saying, yeah.
at Liverpool. But I'm saying compare it to then Salah or compare it to Yamal. Don't compare Saka to Saka, is my point. I'm saying, yes, obviously, bro,
But
naturally
he
he's
raises
going to
the
go
level
up.
at Arsenal, I'm saying as well.
Yeah, he probably does. Yeah, of course he does, bro. Without him, it's looking bleak going forward. But I'm still looking at that. Again, you've been so close to the league. If you tell me you need, if I'm looking for inspiration anywhere, it's from my forward line.
But let me tell you something.
And if I'm looking at my best forward, probably your best player, I would say in some way Saka is your best player, but he's still not world class. It's so weird.
That's the thing, Hussein. You're looking at it from a perspective of to win the league, you're looking at a player. I don't think Arsenal need to change a player specifically to win the league. For me, it's the manager. You see, I'm looking at it from a different perspective.
Conversations.
I think Arteta isn't good enough to win the league or the Champions League for Arsenal.
But
That's
by the
my
way,
opinion.
I think this. I've heard some Arsenal fans say this. I don't know if you guys agree that Saka would be a better player if he played under a different manager.
I mean, these are hypotheticals, of course.
Okay,
Maybe
It's hard to
Emmanuel,
know
what do
yet,
you
but
think?
you know one thing? Okay, so I'll stop my definition for the last however many years. It's always like there's no blanket statement, but I'll say roughly top 3 or 5 in the world in your position.
yeah.
Again,
Yeah,
there's no
of
like
course.
matter of fact. Some positions are a bit meaty compared to others. Centre
Right
backs-
back, right
ce- Centre backs need like a bit more than 3 or 5, so you go a bit further. And in that regard, I would say I agree with you. It's Salah and Yamal top 2. I don't think Saka being third means that he now can't be world class.
Exactly.
You mentioned systems as well. Obviously, he's played Emery and he's played with Arteta and whatnot. And another thing you got to factor in is for England in every tournament. He's one of the main guys for England, whether they are playing meaty, whether they get into finals. Bukayo Saka normally is the one that they ask to deliver. I know guys are like like the penalty 5 years ago, whatever. But they were about to go out against, I believe, Switzerland in the most recent Euros. This guy banged it from 25 yards when other players, like Phil Foden, for example, they go to England, we cannot name one performance. So I think I agree with you that they're a level above, but at the same time, by my own definition of top 3 to 5 or whatever, I'd have him third, and therefore for me, he does get into world class. Because I feel like people change like the parameters for Saka literally every year. First it was like, score some goals for England, cool. Go score goals in Champions League. He went and did that. He went to Bernabeu and scored and whatnot. Now you must win the league and the Champions League and the quadruple, and then maybe you can be world class.
No. Sorry, let me just add to that as well. I agree with you on a lot of what you said. I think international career and performances definitely matters in the world class debate as well. I just think I agree with you in that was my definition for the longest time as well. Top 3 or 5 in your position. But then I argued against myself on that.
How did you argue against yourself?
Like, I just
He went to Brook.
Yeah.
Go look at that picture of Saka up there. It's like,
That's not it,
it's
man.
top 2 for right wingers.
Everyone else, we got like 8 in there, bro.
No, because then I looked at positions. I'm like, you can be top 5 in your position and still be a better player than another position, 3rd place.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Sure. That's why I said
Yeah.
there's not like a specific matter of fact.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I look at. I agree. He's the 3rd best right winger in the world, but I still think he's a few levels above those top 2. Is that a fair statement?
Okay, I'm gonna actually just end it here on Saka because I think going 20 minutes on Saka is crazy.
No, but I think that's if I'm gonna debate any player in Arsenal, that is the one, because genuinely I want it to be known as well. Sorry,
I think
that
Rice
I do
is a
want
good
him to
one
be
as well,
world class.
Yeah,
I think Rice is a good debate.
But
It
just
is.
to close off on Saka, I think the reason why people kind of struggle to get that feeling with Saka is because when you watch him, he's not a player that's gonna make you, and I mean this very, very kindly. He's not a player for, and I'm not meaning this rudely, he's not a player for someone that doesn't watch Arsenal regularly. So when you watch certain players, they're like, oh my God, this guy can do a nasty, like Foden, for example. If you just tune into a random Foden game when he's having a really, really good game, you can just be like, you know what, this guy is unbelievable, right? If you tune into a random Saka game when he's having a really great game, he has an incredible amount of influence on the pitch.
No, of course.
Whether the ball coming through him, he's going to put in some great crosses. He might take on a guy 1v1. He might get through something. But he's not going to do something where, oh my God, this guy has done a 360 no-scope dribble. He's not going to do that.
He makes the right choice nearly every single time, and his touch is so clean. That's what we don't.
But the problem is, it's not quantifiable. You can't just say, "Oh, this guy did an amazing touch to get through someone." No, you can't.
Yeah.
So when they look at Saka, it's just going to be the numbers because they can't quantify how good he is when they watch him.
Oh yeah, it's not a stat.
You know, because there are a lot of untrained eyes who watch Saka. I'm talking to you, Barra Brothers fan. I know a lot of people. They may look at Saka like, "Oh, this guy's not world class. He doesn't have one world-class trait." But that's a really big thing when it comes to Saka. You can't really quantify what he's so good at. But when he plays, this guy just gets the job done. And it's unbelievable.
No, I agree with you. I think there's so much that Saka does that you don't see or that you don't appreciate enough. But for me as well, to put someone in a world-class category, especially for a forward, I think I look extra at the forwards for that world-class. Maybe I'm a bit harsh on the forwards because I look at you as a game changer. Yeah. Can you influence the game? That's the only criticism I have of Saka. Yes, he makes the game tick in a way you don't believe. Like, if you take him out, it's almost night and day. But also, now that you're on the pitch, influence the game in a way where Salah would ghost for 89 minutes and then score. Yeah, Lamine, bro, like sometimes he takes the game to, like, he does everything against the Inter Milan. He does everything he can. Yes, he won't score, but that's not a GA. Do you get it? Like, I'm seeing the influence he's got on the game. I just want that sometimes from Saka, and I feel like if he does give you that, Arsenal benefit because I genuinely feel that's the only thing stopping you from winning the league from your front line.
Cool.
That's my only thing.
Cool. I'm going to respectfully disagree with you. So now we put Saka on one side. Do you think Saka's world class, Emmanuel?
I'll go yes.
Luca?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so we got 3 against 1, so hold that bitch. So we got Saka. For me, I put Rice in that category. He's another player that he doesn't want to lose when you watch him play. Like when Arsenal are losing, that's a guy that can just step up and give you a big moment. He can drive the team up the pitch. He really wants the team to win.
Yeah.
That's for me world class. I think Saliba Gabriel. I think David Raya. I think he, on position, he is world class because he's top three. He's a top 3 goalkeeper.
I don't know about that.
But okay, he's top 5.
Yeah.
He's top 5 in the world, I'd say.
Yeah, 100%.
But he's still not world class to me.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I hear that.
I just think the goalkeeper position is horror.
There's not much competition there.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Robert De Gregorio.
No, De Gregorio's good, but he's not world class.
I got one road shot. Yeah. The names that we've said, I definitely hear them.
I know what you're gonna say.
Well positioned.
Right back.
Yeah.
Hoodie
and Timber, man. I believe personally, I think he's even now still mad underrated, but he's someone that even if you're an Arsenal hater, a lot of like United fans, Chelsea fans are like, actually not Chelsea fans because they're still doing the Reece James thing. But other teams, they're like, you know what? Yeah, fair. Timber's kind of cold. I can't lie. So I would put Timber up there. I think he's consistent. I mean, this guy came back from ACL and has been playing almost week in, week out. He makes an impact in every game as well, defensively, offensively. I think that's someone that, if we talk about like world-class definitions as well, someone that you could argue could go into nearly every team in the world, I think he can. I think Hakimi's like number 1 for right-backs, and then you can argue about like Koundé and Trent and whatnot. But even still, if he's not starting at right-back, he'll go and play at left-back for whatever team that's available. So.
Now, is he, would you say he's world-class or on the cusp?
I would put him in world-class personally. Oh, okay. That's the player that I was referring to beforehand. I just think he's that good. Obviously, it's not been as many years of consistency as like some other players, so maybe some would require another season or 2 or some trophies to go with it. But just in my opinion, someone that can get into virtually every team in the world, I think Hurrien Timber's the guy.
First.
Yeah, Timber's on the cusp for me. I saw like cusp, like one great season for Arsenal. I wish he could do more going forward. Like maybe put in some great crosses. I know like I'm asking a player to be what he's not. I can't ask Victor Gyökeres to do 360 stepovers. But
you can, but he won't. You can ask him.
Yeah. I'm saying like I don't want to ask people to do what they're not good at.
Yeah.
But yeah, Timber's almost there for me.
Timber's definitely almost there for me as well. But again, top 3 in his position, I just think the position is poor.
It is a bit small.
Yeah. Worldwide the position is quite poor. I would say about Rice though, you mentioned Rice, we kind of like touched over it. Let's get into the Rice debate because he was world class for me, but then when I thought about it again, like I do think you've tried so hard to unlock Rice. Like, what is the best version of Rice? This has been discourse within the Arsenal fan base a lot. Is he more of a sitter? Is he more of an 8? Is he better going forward? Blah, blah, blah. And now, I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, but do you think that now with Rice and Zubimendi, this is your best, probably, midfield partnership to get the best out of Rice? Because I had a similar position when we signed Pogba from you guys. Is when he was at you guys, he was playing with a Vidal and a Marquisio, or Vidal and a Pirlo, who was obviously...
It was a diamond, all four.
Oh, okay, sick. Flipping, what midfield, man. But at United, it was always like, oh, but you need to give him this type of player and this type of player. And I'm like, if you need all of these things, then for me, you're not a top level player. You need to be able to do it, even if you don't have the most ideal centre mid partner next to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's where I look at Rice a little bit. And obviously,
I think that's a bit harsh. I'll let you finish the point, but
to be fair, that's kind of the end of my point. But also, going back to what I said before about your defense, I think has done enough to win you the league. I think your midfield and your attack has let you down a little bit. But yeah, go ahead.
No, with Rice, it's again, I understand why he has like a lot of haters. He's the first player in history that he scores 2 free kicks and he becomes lower rated because everyone says, oh, Warra 2 free kicks and that's it.
This guy just hunts in comments, bro.
You know the bookmarks. I want to see his bookmarks.
Yeah,
no, because that's all they do. They literally
to prove always.
They literally they think that he's bad because he scored. I've never seen that in my life.
Yeah.
But fair enough.
Neither have I. I don't know if that exists.
You talk about the midfielders.
Warra.
You talk about midfielders that he's playing with and whatnot,
Yeah.
and locking him. I think he's been, again, one of the most consistent players since he arrived at Arsenal. He's playing with like Odegaard as a midfielder. He's playing with Mikel Merino in midfield sometimes. Havertz has played midfield sometimes. I still think he's delivered his performances each and every time for them. And again, I'm not gonna like mention England. I'll keep it on Arsenal for this one. The reason why, something you said earlier about like not asking guys to do something they're not familiar with. Obviously, we know he's not like some super intricate passer or like an incredible dribbler or something. But when we talk about players that were elite, let's say in the past, no one's asking Makelele to go and bag goals, right? He got like a penalty at the end of his career or whatever. Yeah. No one's asking these guys to do things.
That's hard.
He gave him a
No, because I'm saying Makelele. Not because like he's better than Makelele or anything. I'm just saying that we know that what Makelele does, right?
Yeah, of course.
Declan Rice's thing is he'll win the ball, he can drive like crazy, and a year and a half ago he downloaded this missile set pieces that apparently now it doesn't count anymore. Like you can't be like gassing that up or hyping it, bro. He's getting them corner deliveries nearly every single time. You can say like again set piece FC and whatnot, but at the same time, that's an important weapon to have if you have it. That's something that I believe is tangible. And again, obviously the record about the big six and whatnot, it came to an end against Liverpool. But still, when he arrived, every big game, you know he's going to turn up against Spurs, against United, against City, whoever it may be. He's delivered all of those times. So I think the convo around Declan Rice is normally people that are angry if he got a Ballon d'Or nomination over Caicedo, who I think is fantastic as well. But that's it.
But I disagree with you when you said that you can understand why people dislike Rice or don't rate Rice. I think if you don't rate Rice, you know nothing about football.
Wow.
So I'm on the polar opposite.
I like that. I didn't want to be like the biased.
I was saying because for me, when you talk about world-class midfielders, it's so different because there's so many different types of midfielders. Like you talk about the 6, the box-to-box man, the 10, the dictator. Rice is quite comfortably top 2 box-to-box man in the world with Valverde. Valverde can play anywhere, but for me, Valverde is an engine of the team.
What do you count the PSG guys as? Like your João Neves?
No, none of them are box-to-box man.
Okay.
I got Rice in no order. Rice, Barella, and Valverde. They're the 3 best box-to-box men in the world.
Okay.
Rice is the engine of that Arsenal team. Like you said, he breaks up play, he carries the ball super well. He's got good free kick delivery, good corner delivery. He's a leader. He raises the level of his teammates around him as well. I feel like with Rice on the pitch, the other midfielders are more comfortable. He'll do the dirty work, and you have an Odegaard who can flourish. He can do less running. He's the creative spark, and then Zubimendi sitting as the 6. That's like a perfectly balanced midfield in my opinion. And I think Rice is elite. I think he's world class. He's the best, or one of the best at least, box-to-box man in the world. Maybe Valverde, you could argue, is bad, but Valverde can play everywhere. So we haven't really seen Valverde in that box-to-box role for a while, but that's how I would play a profile of Valverde personally. Yeah. But I think Rice is I think he's playing world class. There's no debate. There's no like, oh, maybe he needs to do this longer. Maybe he's been doing this for a long time. Even at West Ham, he was really, really good. I remember when I was talking to my friends and like, I must have been year 10, 2018, 2019.
Damn.
A lot of my...
What's the opposite of uncle?
Yeah.
Bro, I get called uncle all the time.
That's his nephew, man.
Nephew, man.
But a lot of my Arsenal friends, they were debating Guendouzi or Rice, and they were all saying Guendouzi is better than Rice. And I was telling them at the time, it's like for me, it wasn't even a question. I saw Rice's potential, and I knew he would go to the top. He was great at West Ham. He led them to a Conference League as well. He was incredible in that run, and he's proven it at Arsenal now. Maybe the only thing that's holding him back is the fact that he hasn't won a Premier League or a Champions League. Maybe if he was to win that, people would elevate him to a higher, I don't know, pedestal almost. But I think he's world class in that role. I think Timber's world class as well. I don't think he's on the cusp. I look at it now. Are you one of the best in your position? Can you be argued in the world 11? Do you perform consistently? For me, Timber's that.
And shall I add for you as well?
Yeah.
Who's one of your favourite players at United in midfield?
I knew you were gonna say it. I knew it.
What?
Just look at what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
And think of the players at your club that should have represented this country.
Oh,
You
But
don't
current
even
or
know.
all time?
Right now, any
Kobe
Ghanaian
Mane.
players
Oh.
in your team.
Kobe.
Kobe.
Why do I
baby.
say that?
Why?
The whole season, yeah, people have been shouting at Amorim, oh, like, you're disrespecting Kobe, why is Kobe not playing? And then everyone's saying he can't play in it too. I know someone who played alongside Kobe Manu and made him elite in the Euros.
wow! You got
Declan Rice next to Kobe. Woo! Kobe was making movies. I like.
You got you there.
He made his point and then went J Huss.
That's
cool. That's a sick way to sign up.
He did.
I'll be honest. Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Rice, for me, last episode was world class, the one that didn't come out. On this episode,
Yeah.
he's on the cusp.
Is
yeah?
he?
No.
Sacco level cusp.
No. After hearing everyone's points, Rice is world class.
Wow!
Go.
This is not a stubborn man right here.
So you got three in
You just
there.
got to mention
You know what?
United a little bit.
You know
Gas
what?
up United a little bit.
Yeah,
and then-
he knows how to get me, wallah. No, I'll be honest. Even before, even when Luca was talking, I was like, they're selling it well. I'll be honest with you. The reason why, I forgot how much he has to his Arsenal. I forgot how much he brings, pardon the pun, forgot how much he brings to the team. An engine, presence, physicality, and then you look at it technically, bro, the guy is like, for you to deliver the corner on the forehead of where the person wants you to be is an unbelievable trait. And if you ask me any midfielder right now who are in the world, genuinely in the world, who do you think could help or fix Man United's midfield? It would genuinely probably be Declan
Yeah,
Rice.
He gets into every team in the world.
Yeah, I
He's
think so.
bro, he's 2-in-1. He's genuinely two midfielders in
Yeah,
one.
he's great.
Like on the pitch, he's flipped. Who did you guys play recently where you lost the ball and then he just came out of nowhere?
Probably Leeds.
It was Leeds,
Yeah.
innit?
Leeds.
And he just obviously it's Leeds, but the way he ran, well, I got shook.
Wow.
I'm watching Match of the Day. I'm like, this guy is flipping unbelievable. The way he runs, the way he carries the ball. Now, generally, I think he is world class. Saka still cusp.
Yes.
No,
Cool.
we'll shake hands on that.
Yeah,
No,
well, I'll give you that.
Give
We
me
got
that,
one. We
come
got
on,
one. We
man.
got
Alright,
one.
cool.
So you got three?
I got 3.
How many do you have? Remember?
Saka, Rice. Yeah, I got 4.
I'll go with the 4 as well, but Timber slyly. But I don't know that guy that's crazy. So,
No, I think
No,
it's a
last
fair
episode
shout.
I had 7.
Yeah, I think it's.
I changed my mind.
I'm gonna go 5. There. I don't really hear the rating, so I'm gonna go Timber and
Yeah.
make that my 5th.
Yeah.
First,
Yeah, I got 5 as well.
5.
All right, cool.
They might. Spoiler alert! They might have the most in the league. They
Well, they
I
got,
don't
the
think
most,
so.
they got the most walkouts on FIFA, so hold.
Fairs. Is
Yeah.
that what we're doing now?
Yeah, we
You said
are.
you don't think so?
No.
It's close,
Ooh,
you know,
okay.
with Liverpool.
All right,
I was
cool.
roughly like counting it in my head for Liverpool.
Oh,
I
for
think-
Man United. I forgot about Man United.
Trust.
Yeah, that's
We're
the
leaving
best.
you to the end
Yeah,
for
yes.
retention purposes. Because we're going to move on to
You're
Liverpool.
Tottenham, man.
Yeah, man. Hideous. We're going to move on to Liverpool right now. They just signed a player that's considered to be world class in Alexander Isak.
Maybe.
In terms of me, for you guys, how many world class players do Liverpool have?
I got
Yeah, we start with
Leone.
Luka.
Leone.
Here, my man.
All right,
Here,
man.
my man. All right, man.
All right, man.
Chiesa as well.
If he went to Juventus, Leone would have been out. No question about that.
Go on.
Yeah,
How
go
many?
on.
Oh, how many? Bro,
Yeah.
Van Dijk, Alisson, Kirk. I'll put Kirk as there.
Oh,
Yeah.
God,
He letting anyone in, bro. He letting anyone in, man.
I'll put him in. I think.
You're the Spurs security guard. And it's
Okay, why not? Where would you rank Kirk as in terms of best Premier League left backs? Prem, just Prem.
Maybe top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah.
Who's above him?
I've got Riccardo Galafiori.
No,
I think he's unbelievable. I think he's a unicorn of a footballer.
the Sweet Prince.
Wow. What a mid.
No, he is really good. Okay, but Calafiori and who? Gavardio?
Patrick Dorgu's up there.
Actually, no, top 2.
No, he's in top 1.
Top 2. He, as a left back, he's probably number 1.
He's the best left back.
I
in the
started
league.
top 5 and now I'm at 1.
But he's been shaky. It's fair to
He had
have
a
his
great game against Arsenal. That was his best game.
I'd
'Cause
say
he
it
was
was
given
his
more
best
freedom
game,
as
but I
well.
don't know if it was a great game.
Bro, in a lot of the games before, he was almost playing as a centre half when they were in possession. Liverpool. There, he was just purely on the left. He could attack. He could defend. He locked up Madueke, who had a really really good game. Bro, he recovered on Madueke a lot.
I don't know if
Locked
you
up
guys-
is a
Okay,
bit
locked up
straight.
is
That's
locked
a
up.
straight.
No,
that's a
locked
straight.
up.
Because
That's a
because
straight.
because
Yeah.
Arsenal fans would argue that Madueke was their best player. So how can you say Madueke
didn't
was
lock
our
him
best
up.
player and
They had a
He
good
was
duel.
he was the
Yeah.
best player, but he
Yeah.
didn't. Madueke didn't. I wouldn't say he got the better of him every single time.
That's because his end product is meaty, though. That's what you forget. If there's someone had good end product and was getting past him,
Who?
he wouldn't be getting
Saka.
someone like Saka.
He's- they're
Obviously, we don't know.
hypotheticals, of course.
He,
Yeah,
he was
sure.
struggling a few times. What's the one when they went into the box and you can see he done well. I'm
Yeah,
not saying
he
he
done
done
well to
well.
recover.
His
He done well
recoveries
to
were
recover,
good.
but I think against a better right winger, he gets exposed a little bit. He looks like their weakest new signing, I'd say, for me.
Oh, no. Frimpong, I can't lie.
Verts
No, no, no,
as well.
Oh, yes,
Verts-
Verts has-
Verts.
Oh,
Frimpong,
yeah,
the
yeah,
thing
yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah,
no,
fair.
He's been very
No,
very solid.
I'm a Kirkes fan.
My bad.
I think
My bad.
I can't be giving you world class of one Bournemouth season.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think
For
that's,
me, the fact that he was even that good at Bournemouth even raises his level. That gives him a better case.
No, I get you, but you can be
know
cold.
what I'm
But
saying?
then by that same token, yeah, like 2 years ago, we would have been saying like Anthony Robinson's world class because at Fulham he was like.
But I don't think he was
Elite.
as good as Kirk
I
was
agree
in
with
that
that.
season.
I
You
agree.
see what I mean? I think Robinson's a really, really good left back. I think he's one of the best in the Premier League. But I don't think he's at the same level as Kirkes. I think Kirkes, he's very complete. I think he's really, really good.
You know what it is? When I look at left backs, yeah, it's kind of like what you were talking about with the right wingers.
How many positions
I
is
think
there?
the gap when you get to like your Nuno Mendes
Okay, so you got Mendes one.
and then maybe like even the Balde of Barcelona and whatnot. I think the gap between them is.
I don't think
so
he's that far off Balde.
Oh, I disagree with
I
that.
think
don't
right
think
now
so.
it is. That could change by the end of the season. Like obviously we're going to see Kirkes playing Champions
better
League
team
and
as
whatnot.
well.
No, for
In a
sure,
Liverpool team.
We'll see. But for now, we don't know in it. Like we've just seen 1 year at Bournemouth and then 4 games for Liverpool. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't put him.
Yeah,
in
it's
world-class.
too early for me. If he came off that, if we're having this discussion in 6 months' time and he's really progressed in Liverpool and he's doing really well, then potentially that is a conversation. But for me, he had an amazing season last season. Now the way he's coming to the Liverpool team, I'm like, he looks a bit shaky, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, if anything, his stocks for me have dropped a little bit because we've seen players obviously go from a Bournemouth or Fulham or these types of teams, West Ham's, whatever, go to the big teams and then they either make it, or obviously they start struggling. For me, Kirk is at the moment he's struggling, but you never know. Obviously, in 6 months' time, he could be one of the best signings of the season.
Alright.
That's the way I'm looking at it.
So-
So he said
For
Kirk is
me,
world class.
yeah, for me, it's right now when I look at it. Are you one of the best players in the world in your position? Could you make the debate that you're in that world 11 or in and around it? Do you see what I mean?
I can't
Nah,
make
I
that
can't-
debate.
nah, I
bro.
can't make
I
that
can't
for
make
him,
that
I
debate,
can't.
bro.
But okay, but Saka, for me, okay, what about Saka? You think Saka's world class? I can't make the debate that Saka's in the right wing position.
Yeah,
I know,
but-
but that's your definition. I was
Yeah,
telling you
that's what I'm
about
saying.
the
For
the
me.
top 3 thing.
But Saka's still top 3.
But the
you
jump
can't
between
even-
second and third is huge.
Yeah, but Saka's still world class for me.
So you're saying if you're top 3, you're in regardless.
Yeah.
Or top 3, top 5.
For me,
Because
yeah.
for me, the same thing you're saying about Kirkes is the same thing I'm saying about Saka. If Kirkes is the third best,
But I said
left
Saka was
back-
world class.
No, but I'm
You
saying
didn't.
no. Okay, is Saka still third best right wing in the world for you?
I'd probably say 4th. I'd put Messi still top 3.
Oh come on, man!
As long,
This guy just got
Alright,
packed in by
man.
Seattle Sounders,
Alright,
bro.
man.
I don't care.
And he blasted it over the bar as well.
I'll be so real. I don't. As long as Messi's still playing football.
Nah.
But fine, third.
Yeah, man.
Messi,
Yeah,
Messi.
man.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
third.
No, regardless.
Who let my man in, bro? Messi.
As long as Messi's kicking ball.
No, hey, okay.
No,
cool.
no, third.
All right, let's say third. For me, the jump between second and third is quite big. It's not as big
Well,
as
from you're saying the right
From-
wing position?
From Lamine?
From-
Or Salah?
Salah, one
from
of the two.
whoever the two. I'm not going to get into that debate. But whoever the two, you're not going to drag me into that. Whoever number 2 is, for me, the jump between him and Saka is still a bit too big for me to call Saka world class. But he's on the cusp. But that jump is even 10 times more of second left back, let's say Balde and Kirkes.
Yeah,
Okay,
especially just with 1 year as well.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
we need a bit more.
But that's the thing.
Yeah,
I-
catalogue.
The thing with consistency is, I used to think like, for me, my old definition of world class was like you had to be at the top level of football for like a good 3-4 plus years. But then there were players that would have incredible seasons like Lamine Yamal. He's not been at the top level of football, obviously because of his age as well. But for that long period,
Agreed, but
But
he's
already,
there.
we saw it internationally and in Champions League, right? Kirkes, let's be honest, we're not really locking into Hungary like that on the friendlies.
No,
and
but
whatnot.
in the Premier
And he
League.
wasn't-
No
and he wasn't
Szoboszlai
in
free kicks
Champions
for
League.
you?
That one free kick from you see Liverpool, they tweeted that as well,
Yeah,
man. That's
yeah,
you know what,
they
fair.
did.
That's a good tweet still. That's a good tweet. That's a
But
good
for me,
tweet.
what I'm saying is, I thought he was the best Premier League left back last season.
No, I hear you.
That's my personal
I
opinion.
cannot argue with
In that
how you
Bournemouth
define
team.
it.
So for me, I'm like, Okay, maybe he's not the best in the world. Obviously, like you said, there's a big jump between Nuno Mendes and himself or whoever, Balde, if you put Balde second. I get that. But for me, I still think he's an elite level fullback. And I would consider him that right now. And
that's calm.
But I completely understand why you don't have him there yet. Maybe in a year.
Actually,
or two
you know,
or
finish your list so that we know what kind of players also you're trying to invite into this.
Who else is
party
on
as
there?
well.
You said Addison, Van Dijk, Kirkes.
Salah, of course.
What's he doing there?
What's he doing there?
You know that meme with the clown that he's
Salah, Isak,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I do really like the Liverpool midfielders as well. I like McAllister, Gravenberch, and Soboza. I think they're all really, really good.
I mean, even if they're not world class for you, there is
No.
obviously the cusp element to it as well. So you could even say who's on the cusp of becoming world class if they have a really good season, or maybe you want a little bit more from them in certain aspects. That's also
No, but I'm hearing what you guys are saying more about Kirkers now. I might put him on the cusp. Because, do you know why? Because I'm
you're
thinking.
reading the names out here.
No, do you know what? I'm like, because then I probably could put those three in world class as well. Then those midfielders.
Yeah.
So
If
now
you
I'm
want to, that's your list,
No,
isn't it?
I'll remove Kirkers and I'll keep Van Dijk, Alisson, Salah, and Isak.
No Florian Wirtz.
No way, man.
I think
Well,
Wirtz
that
is in,
was
man.
emphatic. Why?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I love
For Kirkes to be in like that, and then Wirtz is like, whoa.
Yeah. Why don't you think Florian? No, emphatically, why don't you think Florian Wirtz as well?
For me, Wirtz isn't a difference maker like Cole Palmer.
Is that of
Or
this
number-
season, by the way, or like even you felt that before?
Bro, before I thought he would. Look, I always gave Wirtz his props in the sense that he came back from an ACL tear, and I think for offensive players to come back from an ACL tear and put really, really good numbers up and be a difference maker in that Leverkusen team that won the league and went to they won the double actually that year. That was really, really impressive because I think it's always harder for an attacker to return from an ACL tear compared to like a defender, for example, or even like a 6 or something like that, like a Rodri. But I just think last season, I think his level dropped a little bit from the double season. And the way he started this Premier League season, I said on my TikTok that I don't think he'll be worth that money and I don't think he's going to be a difference maker for Liverpool. I don't think he's going to put up the numbers that Liverpool fans expected him to put up. You see what I mean? So I look at Wirtz and I think he's very technically gifted. I think he's got a lot of potential. But I don't see him as a man that's going to drag Liverpool to a double this season or a man that's going to really elevate that midfield any more than as they were good last year. I think that midfield last year was so balanced and so well, almost like, what's the word? Like
Well-oiled machine.
Well-oiled machine, exactly. I don't think Wirtz is going to come in and elevate it to we can win the league and the Champions League this year type thing. I just think it's going to be, by the end of the season, I know Liverpool fans are going to come on to me, but I really don't care because I don't like you guys.
Wow.
Speak,
wow.
Luca.
I really
You don't like
Speak.
Liverpool fans?
No, bro, they took
So you
Chiesa,
hate Liverpool
Leon.
fans, yeah? Just to clarify.
I dislike Liverpool fans.
These are the views
I
of
dislike
Luca.
because they took Leone from me, they took Chiesa from me, so I don't like them. And I think Wirtz will be a flop by the end of the first season.
Okay.
I like
I'm
the hot take.
Yeah,
I like the
I don't
hot
know
take.
about that.
Thank
But
you,
to
man.
be fair,
you paid rent for us this month. Thank you.
I'm more in line to agree with that particular take. But regardless, Amenia will go with you as well. Who are your world-class Liverpool
Can I mention the Wirtz thing first of all? Because I got Wirtz in my world class one. I'll be honest with you. I got Wirtz in there. I feel like people are being a little bit reactionary about what he's done for Liverpool so far. Obviously, look, I can't lie. He was honking the first 2 games, and even he was so bad in the first half against Arsenal that him being okay in the second half, they're trying to gas it up like it was a great performance. I'll be honest. Like he was okay. However, we've seen what he's done in the past, and you mentioned he did whatever with Leverkusen. That's not just any random trophy or something. He went and won the league invincible as arguably the main guy for Bayer Leverkusen, who are known for losing all the time. Obviously, they went to the Europa final. They got packed by Atalanta and whatnot. But in general, he has been the key figure for them and the one that when they were doing that black magic of 95th minute, week in, week out, he's always there with a goal, with an assist. He's doing it non-stop. Yeah, he's been shocking so far.
That's the big test, man. Can he do it in the Premier?
No, for sure,
Can
for
he
sure.
translate- How many good
for
players
sure.
have played in Germany that haven't translated into
No,
the
I
league?
completely agree with you. I
So, I
believe in Bundesliga types. I agree with you, but I just feel as though
Even in the Champions League, what did he do last season?
I completely agree with you. But I'm just saying, I feel like to write him off for Liverpool after 3 games or 4 games.
I'll be real. I wrote him off even before he played his first game.
Alright, fair enough.
Wow.
I'll be so real.
Fair enough. I
I
hear you in terms of the price is crazy,
Yes.
but at the same time, in my opinion, last season, so much of Liverpool's wins were a jammy Salah last minute, it bounced off his ankle or something. There was no creativity at times. Florian Wirtz offers something different, right? Because them man that are gassing up Szoboszlai because he's been really good at right back this season. Bro, when he was a 10, The guy had no creative bag. The guy had like
It was
his passing
Salah
was
the main
maybe
creative
exactly.
last
But
season, yeah.
you can't give the burden all the time to Mo Salah. The guy's 33, 34 now. Having someone else there, on the left side as well, might even give Salah more space. Now, obviously, unfortunately, against Arsenal, when he had that more space, his touch was moving like he was. The Subway Surfers, the boots that they start wearing, and that.
The bouncy one.
His touch was moving like that. But still, Florian Wirtz having that left space, I think he'll do a good job.
But that's if
personally.
he actually helps Salah in that regard and actually takes responsibility and starts making a difference.
Yeah,
If
but
does
I think
that.
he will. Like
Yeah,
with
yeah,
time,
yeah.
obviously
Of
you
course.
might be right. None of us know in it. Like it's going to be
course,
something in the
these are-
future.
we're looking
but
into the future.
Based on what I've seen so far,
No, I get
would
that.
put him in the world class.
So, sorry, was he world class for you when he was at Leverkusen?
yeah.
Okay, I think that's where a lot of the debate happens. because
Yeah,
for me-
I'll give you my
I'll
list
get
if
onto
you
mine.
want.
Yeah, but go on.
Okay, Alisson, world class. Van Dijk, Salah, Wirtz, Isak 5, and then you can pick one of the midfielders. The issue I have here is now like in terms of the years thing, right? Because I'd say last season, Gravenberch probably would have been like that's like a world class season from Gravenberch.
Yeah.
But has it been 3-4 years? He arrived at Liverpool. It was a bit like square peg in a round
That's
hole.
when the
whatever.
consistency.
Yeah.
So that's where that one is a bit cheeky. But I think I might have to just about give it to Gravenberch and make it 6 so that they have one more than Arsenal as well. I feel like that's a reasonable take. Or you can argue McAllister or whoever.
Are you giving them more because you want to be underdogs?
This is
No. As in
man.
like they've won the league.
know your
Like you have the
game,
trophies. You know what I
man.
mean? Like you've won the league, so
Yeah, it's a bit
naturally.
unfair. You'll think it's a bit unfair
To be
have the
fair,
same amount.
two of them have been bought this summer.
Yeah.
Of your world class players.
No, valid point. But like, I definitely hear that. No, like, I definitely hear that. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like Gravenberch doing what he did and then to win a trophy with it, he was a really integral part, even if he did kind of fall off for the last 2-3 months or whatever. I feel like.
I think that's a fair point as well. The consistency thing is something none of us really mentioned. For me personally, it's probably similar to what you said. 2-3 years, I think I need of consistent performances, consistent world class level for me to really call you world. Unless you've Lamine Yamal, you've come in one
That's
season.
the thing.
and
There are
of course.
there are anomalies.
I
Yeah,
think that's
of
why
course.
world class is such a feeling because
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you watch
yeah.
a player, you're like, this guy is like when like Lamine Yamal versus Inter,
Yeah.
or I can even go a year back. Lamine Yamal versus France in the Euros. You're watching this guy, you're like,
Yeah.
but this guy's unbelievable. You can't quantify how good a player like that is. I actually wanted to come back to Wirtz. I initially thought when he came to Liverpool, this guy is Liverpool's saviour. But then I've watched Liverpool in the first 3 games of the season. And maybe it's a reactionary, maybe it's a hot take. I think Florian Wirtz needs to be a left winger for Liverpool.
Explain. You said this whilst we were watching the Arsenal Liverpool game.
The problem is with Florian Wirtz is when you play, especially in the Premier League, I'm going to go a bit more tactical here. So if I lose you guys don't have the brain capacity. I'm actually just being so rude to the...
No, you are.
To the,
let
to
them
the
hold it
Bruvvahood.
though. Let them hold it.
Yeah.
Happens.
Wasios. That's what you say.
No, that's my thing.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah,
my
get you
bad.
off that.
Yeah, Wasios.
Yeah.
The problem is with Florian Wirtz, right? Every team is so compact. There's literally no space in the middle. So Florian Wirtz needs to actually drop deep so that he can just hit long balls, or he needs to go to the wing where he has a bit more space to come inside and do his thing. I don't think Florian Wirtz has the quality to do what Trent does and go deep and to just fling long balls into Salah or into Ekitike or into Isak. So he needs to come off the left where he can actually look at the game. In the pockets, he's unbelievable, but I just don't think he has the space there anymore. Like 10s are very hard right now.
Yeah, they are.
It's also in the Prem. It's a different league. You don't have as much time and space.
You
as
don't,
always
yeah.
do in Germany or in Italy.
But I think you'll learn that over time, though. Like you kind of have to play in it, and then you realize after like a
Yeah,
month or 2
course.
months, like cool.
Of course, he has to
how am I
adapt
gonna
and adjust to the league. But I just don't think he'll adapt.
You don't think he will?
adjust
That's
to the
fair, that's
level
fair. That's
that
cool.
they spent 100 and whatever it was.
No, I agree.
25,
That, yeah,
30,
the money
and the
is-
expectations that Liverpool fans have for the guy. I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be a success personally.
Fair enough.
For the Wirtz thing for me is if you thought he was world class at Leverkusen, then obviously you think he's world class now because there's no way that he's coming to Liverpool. You didn't think he was world class at Leverkusen, but now he's signed for Liverpool. You've seen these performances that suddenly make him world class. It comes down to whether you thought he was world class at Leverkusen or not. For me, he probably wasn't. Like I thought he was an exceptional player. I thought tons of potential, but I still needed, similar to Luka, I still needed him to do it in a league where I'm like, cool, now I really, really, really respect you. Listen, respect to the Bundesliga, but you know I've seen this before.
Are you saying it's Bundesliga?
I've seen to a certain extent because I've seen Mkhitaryan set the assist record for most assists in a season since the.
Bro, about Havertz, Werner, how many players have cooked?
That's
in
what I'm
the
saying.
Bundesliga?
So I'm like,
Whoa, respect Havertz. Whoa, respect my
What
shiny
numbers
Prince
is
Kai
he?
Havertz now.
Havertz is alright.
Yeah, he is
nothing
alright.
special.
No, but they were talking about Havertz the way they're talking about Wirtz. By the way.
Yeah, I hear that.
About that playmaker
Yeah,
in
of course.
in Bayer Leverkusen, young, blah blah. Came to the Prem and didn't really look. Let's be honest, like 50% of what he was doing in in Germany. So, and obviously now he's okay, whatever. But regardless, I think for me, this is now where you see if Wirtz is world class or not. For me, I almost think it's a bit like disrespectful in a way to call him world class. To think he's just going to come into the Prem and become a world class player. He's already talking to these guys. Like, for me, I don't see that at all. You've seen he struggled in the first 3 games. I agree with Emenian that some people are already looking at that second half, Ali obviously being one of them, looking at that second half performance against Arsenal, saying, oh, look what he did there. I'm like, what did he do, bro? Yeah. Like, they're taking that as a positive. I've been there, trust me, Anthony. Like, I've been there. I'm like, bro, he tracked back. He's a winger.
But do you know what it is also? When you want to sign him to work out so much.
Yeah, you gas it up.
Yeah, of course.
That's what they're looking at anything to try and be like, yeah, this is good. This is really, really
good.
Yeah,
you're looking at the positives.
I did that with Pepe, man.
Yeah, you're looking at
Nicolas Pepe.
Pepe's still bagging, you know.
But he is.
I know you watched Celta Vigo with Villarreal on the weekend.
No.
He's still getting goals.
He's still getting goals. But when he was at Arsenal,
he's getting goals
I was
as well.
Yeah. Let's not.
Actually, it's one.
It's one, but still,
he's a respectful and
she's
one kind of
Zlatan Ibrahimovic. You know.
Yeah, no, but I had that with Pepe, man. I was looking at this guy like anytime he took a good touch, I was tweeting. Pepe!
No, but
he didn't do anything.
Yeah, no, I hear it. I've been, bro. It's normal copium of a fan. You're like looking at the positives in every new signing. But at the same time, for me, Wirtz is in that world class category. I think I just need to see a lot more from him, a lot more. And to be honest, like I said, Bundesliga to Premier League, it doesn't always work out. Plus the world record transfer fee in the Prem. That
not
plays
anymore,
a part.
actually.
Not anymore.
They broke their own record.
They broke their own record, Allah. That plays a part.
I
wonder what Bill Shankly's thinking right now.
We cannot compete.
How are you meant to compete, man? For me, it's Alisson, Van Dijk, Givens, Salah, Given. So that's 3 so far. Isak, Given. Obviously, last time we did this, he wasn't signed yet. I'm also going to go with...
Mark Gay?
I'm also going to say one of the midfielders is on the cusp. But, 2 of the midfielders. Maybe even 3, man.
3?
I might say 3 of the midfielders on the cusp. I might say Gravenberch, McAllister and Szoboszlai. If he has an exceptional season this season, then I want to see him in more...
Because as a midfielder, Szoboszlai is world class.
No.
As a
player. I think you look at Szoboszlai and you're like, they kind of use it against him that he's having to move into certain positions and play in different positions, but the same isn't said for Valverde. Valverde can basically do similar things, and they use it. Credit to Valverde, but it's used against Szoboszlai.
Well, why is he world class? Like when obviously he plays
I'm not saying he's world
midfield
class.
On the cusp.
I'm saying
if he has an exceptional season, that's what he said.
I'm saying if he continues
at right back.
It could be a right back, it could be a centre mid. It could even be a thing where he starts off at right back and comes into centre mid like he did against Arsenal.
Okay, no, but he said 3 midfielders, so that's why like my alarm bell started ringing.
No.
He said he was a world class midfielder.
Because on FIFA he's listed as a midfielder, but other positions he can play right back, he can play up.
Do you guys think Kirk is on the cusp or not? Like we won't even put him.
He's a good left back. He's a good left back. You
don't think really?
He's on the cusp of the cusp.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's on the cusp of being cusp.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Let me see what you're on.
2 steps away.
Let me see what you're on in Champions League, because I feel like we all rate him, and I think it was a well-deserved move to go up to Liverpool. Like great season at Bournemouth, but if we're dashing out world class to brothers at Bournemouth, it gets a little bit.
But Dean Huijsen is world class.
Yeah,
cold.
Yeah, not a Liverpool player, but
no, but you said no.
Let me
I get what you're saying.
I'll give my list quickly and then we'll move on.
Yeah.
Same list as yours. Anyway.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sorry. Can I just add as well? Szoboszlai for me is like Kirkes as well. He's on the cusp of the cusp.
Yeah. But you're saying if he has
McAllister and Gravenberch.
If Szoboszlai has an exceptional season, does he become cusp or does he just go straight into
Depends how good the season is.
So if he does if you extrapolate these 3 performances across the whole season.
Come on, man.
Wow.
Then I'm looking at top 3 players in the world.
Subhanallah.
Yeah.
Anyway, next one.
Yeah.
I think we're going to move on to Manchester City. Are there any world-class players that play for Man City?
Yes.
And how many?
Donnarumma.
That's a good point.
I forgot.
That's a good point.
And obviously Haaland.
Yeah.
Rodri when available.
Yeah.
So that's
is Rodri still world class for you? Yeah?
I mean, I can't like remove his world class status because he didn't play in it. Like, I don't know how he'll recover from the injury. Like maybe he's meaty now, innit? Like, we don't know.
No, he's not.
Obviously, like we cannot just delete his world class status because he was out for a year. Yeah. So those are like the 3 guarantees. And then I'd probably put a cheeky push for Tijani.
It's a rogue one.
Yeah, we've got Serie
because I would say obviously like McTominay won like the MVP or whatever. I'd argue it was like him and Reinders that were the top 2 in the league last season. And so therefore I would say it's a league that we respect
But
more
then
than Bundesliga.
would you say McTominay is on the verge of being world class then? This is
No.
where things get a
Yeah,
bit
no,
yeah,
but
this
you-
is
no,
uncomfortable
so
conversations.
No, but you know what it is. I feel like McTominay had an elite season, but I don't think he's elite. I think Reinders had an elite
you
season,
see
and he's
it-
also good, isn't
you
it?
see
Like
it
since
around, yeah, I know
I've
what
seen
you
it
mean.
since like the Euro 24. I've rated Reinders from them time, so it's not like he just had a good season. Because players can have really good seasons, and then they
fall
go back
off
to like their
down,
regular
yeah.
level or whatever. McTominay obviously was platformed really well. Like they played as like a box crusher, just go and get them last minute goals. But I think Reinders offers you a lot
see
more
what you
than
mean,
that.
yeah.
So I
Plus,
try.
Yeah, plus Conte tax. He'll make any player look
Yeah,
exceptional.
bro, we're gonna see Rasmus Højlund put up like 20 goals.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
should have
yeah.
done world class managers, man, because he's in there for sure.
No, 1,000,000%.
Have to be a
1,000,000%.
separate video.
That he's a miracle worker, bro.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not even a world.
He's-
He's a life
he's so
changer.
good.
Life changer.
We've got a Napoli fan like sat with us right now.
Yeah.
Do you love Conte?
Of course. Bro, it's another Scudetto. Of course I'm happy. He's going to bring us another one as well.
He's gonna be fat.
Wow.
If you ask me if McTominay is world class, I think he's also on the cusp, but he's very close. I think if he can show again this season, he's very good. Then yeah, because if you look how he plays now, he's unbelievable now.
Fairs.
I can compare him to Renandes, but
Yeah.
He's
Fair
a-
enough.
To Reinders?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fairs.
To Johnny Randall. So,
Johnny,
Yeah, I think that'll be my 4, and I think that's.
Did you put Randers in there? No.
Yeah,
Oh, you did? Okay,
I'm gonna
okay.
put him in there.
Okay.
I feel like obviously.
Sorry, Reinders as world class or on the cusp?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna put him as world class.
Dang.
I think they have 4. No, that's
No,
my
no,
opinion.
it's fair,
Like,
it's
in terms
fair.
of positions and whatnot. Obviously, like they've lost KDB, who like would have been in that as well. You know, when they were winning titles and that. But for now, I think those 4, and that's probably where I end. I don't think any of the defenders are world class.
When do you think Diaz stopped being world class?
what, when he dated Maya Jama? That's when.
I
it
can't
was
lie.
done.
It's been a couple years for me, you know. I think he's been living off the fact that he's 89 rated on FIFA for a couple years.
Yeah,
now.
that plays well. That plays a
Like,
part.
I'll
Sorry,
be honest.
can I ask you a minute? You said Reinders as well. Was he world class for you at Milan?
Yeah, like I had him in
Okay,
there.
okay,
I wouldn't
okay.
just
So
like
last
suddenly
season.
chuck
Okay,
him
okay.
in. Like had
Because
I
I-
made the list 2 months ago or something, I would have
Okay.
put him.
Because I think that Wolves debut, I was one of them. I said, this guy's unbelievable.
No.
I'm gonna sign him. Yeah.
Before that.
Okay,
before
fair.
that, before that.
No, that
Actually,
makes
I'm
sense.
going to fact check it. So after we record,
Yeah.
I'm going to go to his Twitter. I'm
And
going to search up
search
Reinders.
Reinders, yeah.
And
No,
if
don't
it's
go.
not
I don't tweet. Go to my TikToks.
Yeah.
No, go to my TikToks and go look at all the team of the weeks. He's been in there. Like I'd argue, Caicedo was in there and Pedri the most for midfielders, and probably Reinders was the 3rd most in my. Like I was doing every
last
single-
season?
Last season, every team of the week, I was doing like full 11. I'd argue Caicedo and Pedri had the most in midfield, and I'm pretty sure Reinders
Over
had like
McTominay had more. Reinders.
yeah.
First.
No, he's a man that loves a
Yeah,
good
first.
footballer. McTominay scoring goals last minute, that's not a good
It's
player.
not. It's not.
No, I still like McTominay thing. I like the
Yeah.
storyline, and he's there wearing the glasses. Like it's cool, innit?
Yeah.
But I know that his level isn't
Yeah.
what he's.
I saw
showing
you
right
at
now,
United.
you know what I mean?
I saw you at
Yeah,
United.
Yeah,
I know what you're
I
capable
saw
of.
that, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I hear it.
I saw that.
I'm not saying Conte, man.
He's
It's
a,
a life
reformed,
changer.
he's a reformed hoe.
Yeah. I hear it all. Who's your world class player?
C'est-tu Donnarumma?
Yeah.
C'est le premier.
Why is he
Le
French?
deuxième?
Who?
Le deuxième. Huh? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The second one?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Le deuxième. That
Oh,
means
okay.
the second in French.
Well
I
done.
speak French, guys.
Yeah, bien sûr.
Okay.
Oui, bien sûr.
Yeah, big up your team.
I don't speak French. The second is Haaland.
Yeah.
The third is Rodri. I don't have anyone else in there. I'm in the same boat as Emmanuel.
No, Emmanuel has Rangers as well.
Oh yeah, my bad. I'm not in the same boat. His boat is sinking.
Yeah, his boat, yeah.
his
It's too
boat-
heavy.
It's too heavy.
Yeah,
man.
your boat's too heavy, man.
Reinders is weighing it down. Man.
Yeah, I hear
But
that, man.
actually, I got a question for you boys. Do you guys still think Phil Foden is world class, or has he ever been?
Hell no, he has been.
Yeah,
he has been. But
yeah.
now, we can't talk about Foden world class same
Really?
sentence. We can't, man.
It's only been one bad season though.
Nah.
You
It's
could say the same Bernardo Silva as well.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You could do. For me, Foden's world class ticket, his pass has been revoked. I can't look at him in the same light.
You can make the argument of one bad season. I can make the argument of one good season.
That's a great. That's
Wow,
flipping
you got me there.
unbelievable.
You got me there.
And obviously
Yeah, but
international.
he had moments
International.
before.
Can you
So-
name me? When you ask anyone to name you like anything good in his entire England career, not like it's like one game.
The blonde hair,
They
yeah.
bring up the time that
Andorra.
he hit the post one time.
And the haircut.
He hit the when he went blonde one night, he hit the post, and then he hit the post against Netherlands in the last Euros, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's all they have. Like, so for me, when you talk about like people playing certain systems or whatever, I feel like that year he was, like incredible, and he was one of the guys that carried when like KDB was injured and other guys were out
Yeah, big
injured.
moments
He
as
done
well.
he done really well, and you're thinking, okay, raw, like he's finally gonna prove everyone wrong and like take the keys to their team, and then he just dropped, I'd argue, the worst like defense of a PFA award I think we've ever seen.
Oh no, it's definitely.
He was MVP.
Yeah, like you can't be doing that. And so to only do it at City, we don't know what would have happened. Like had he gone to like you see like Cole Palmer's gone Chelsea and then he's done with it. We don't know what would have happened because when he went to England, anytime
I think
he's
it's a system,
terrible.
innit?
They say, oh, play him on the right, no, play him in the left, no, play him in the middle. They had Bellingham. He was running at left wing like Matuidi just to get Phil Foden in the central position, and still he didn't bang.
No, it got to a
suits
stage.
the system at City, I think.
Yeah,
That's what
it's
it was
true.
in that MVP season.
Yeah, and it got to a point where even at England they were saying you build the system around him. He's
Bro,
the type
I was
of
like,
player,
why? Like-
you find out where he wants to play first, and then build the system around him. It got to a point. I swear, even Gary Neville said that quote.
Yeah.
Where there's a couple players where even back in the day where they wouldn't be scoring or whatever, but they got into the England team no matter what. He said Phil Foden should be that player. I was like, bro, what's he done to warrant this? Like one good season, look how people start moving. It's ridiculous.
No, I
so
agree with
he's
that.
not in that world class debate for me at all
Okay,
anymore.
cool.
My three is the same as yours,
Yeah,
by the way. I'll
Luca?
just get that out of the way.
Yeah, I agree with your three. I think I hear the Reinders thing, to be fair. I do really hear it because I think last season he was the second best midfielder in the Serie A. And I think he was one of the best midfielders in the world as well. I think I kind of understand why you have him already world class, Emmanuel. I think he needs to do a season in the Prem, and then if it's a top season like it was in Serie A, I could put him in there. A really frustrating player that I think is like has the capabilities of being world class is Doku, man. When I watch Doku play, I think he has bags and bags of potential. He's super sharp. You don't like Doku?
No, it's not I don't like it, but like world class is crazy.
I think so as well. I think so. I think he has I think that he could potentially be world class. Why not?
Do you think he's
I
got
mean,
the
everyone does.
capabilities?
Like, we all have.
bro.
The guy started looking at the ceiling when he mentioned those.
No, this one. He went to leaving at a mastermind.
Well, why not?
No, actually, you know what it is? You kind of shocked me. Like I thought you were gonna hit someone else. That's why.
Wait, he what?
You shocked me.
Oh, I thought you said he stroked me.
Oh, come
It's
on.
not like
Come
that.
on.
No.
Nah, that's a you problem.
That's what I mean.
Come
That's
on,
my
man.
ears.
No one else
No
heard
one-
that.
no one heard that,
else
man.
heard that.
Yeah.
No, I thought you were gonna say like any other name because like there's players that I think in the future maybe could be right. Like I love Oscar Bob, for example. I think he's cold, but obviously he's not anywhere near there yet. He needs to have a couple seasons. Rayan Cherki as well. I think he will be cold eventually. Like again, give it a year or two. But when you say Doku, I mean, for someone whose end product is as bad as that, like, can you really? Can you about world class?
You need to remember that Vinny Jr. had the worst end product
But here's the thing.
And then he became world class the season after.
But here's the thing, and
So you can improve
there
it.
are receipts for this one as well. When Benzema was saying "Mum's life is against us," I was saying, but I see it with Vinny. I see the intangibles. I see what.
No,
I can
I'm
work
not
with.
saying you didn't say that.
But
But I'm just saying in
but
general.
I'm saying like the levels were so different. What Doku offers is literally that same little step every single time, and that's it. Like his shooting is terrible, and the worst thing is something that you cannot really train that much. Yeah, general football understanding, IQ. I'm not saying that like we are better than him or whatever. We have more understanding of
So you're
football.
saying his decision making is just
I think it's
uncoachable.
no, you can coach. He's on the Pep, but at the same time, he's been with Pep for a while now, and he's
Yeah, and he's still not improving.
He's still like the same
No,
kind of. Do you think he's got much better since he arrived at City?
I think he's gone better.
I do.
Yeah.
What?
Really?
Noticeably better, where it's like,
No.
oh, this guy's gone up levels.
No, when Doku steps onto the pitch, you know that there's a good player.
No, he's. You know what it is?
Yeah.
It's Doku's dangerous.
Yeah.
Like as in you.
Like anytime he's on the
can-
ball, he can create.
For sure,
Like,
for sure.
magic
And he
can
can.
happen.
And if you speak about like we were talking about Arsenal before or whatever with Saka and that, you could argue Doku like he's more exciting. Like you get up off your seat, but unfortunately you stand up to see what happens, and then the ball it might even hit you when you're standing up there because it's flying over the bar. So
Bro,
for
but
me,
I get what you're saying. But I go back to the Vinny thing because I think Vinny had a lot of similar characteristics in the
nah,
sense that he was
I
very
think
frustrating. His
too
shooting was
much.
poor.
I think too much has to happen to get Doku near to like a world class level. But that's my opinion. innit?
You
Like,
know, that's fair enough. I thought that Vinny could never reach that level. Personally, when I was watching Vinny play, I was thinking he was
so
frustrating.
you think like 2020 Vinny is
Yeah,
the
no.
same level as Doku now?
I think similar, yeah, really similar. I think
Okay,
Vinny
well, I
was.
don't-
Vinny,
No, I think
so I
Doku's
don't-
better.
I don't think that's
Than
crazy to
20
say.
than 2020 Vinny.
I don't think that's great. Vinny was the most frustrating winger
Yeah,
to
bro.
watch.
They were
You have
calling
no
him
idea.
Somali, bro. Do you know remember those comps?
What's wrong with that?
No, I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I'm saying that's what they were calling him, bro. I don't know. No, because Somalis are notoriously known
Not passing.
Not passing.
not passing the
Yeah.
ball.
Everyone knows what-
hogging the-
Yeah, but then like it didn't take him like 3 years to like get it coached out of him or whatever. Like you can see immediately improvements year on year. And then
It took
obviously
3 seasons. He had 18-19, 19-20, 20-21. Then 21-22 is Vinny's first good season.
Yeah, agreed.
And what's the age difference, by the way? To that Vinny, how old was he compared to how old Doku
I think
is now?
Doku's 2 years younger than Vinny.
No, that Vinny.
no.
Oh.
As in like at the time, Doku's older than what.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
Vinny
Yeah,
would have
that's
been.
what
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying.
then you can't compare.
But there was
ages
also a
is-
lot more hype with Vinny as
Yeah.
well.
He's played for Real
and he was in
Madrid.
Madrid. Like, I don't know. I get what you're saying, but I think that Vinny was also very, very frustrating. In the
I
sense
agree
that
he was frustrating.
I can
I
see
just- I
similarities
don't think he
between-
was-
And then when I hear like defenders talk about Doku, like Chiellini, when he talks about when he played Doku, he was like scared of him.
No, and I agree with you, bro. You know what? I love his interview as well. Yeah, I think he was still at Rennes when he did it, but he said like when he goes to play matches, he thinks about how he's gonna kill the defender and give him nightmares. Like, I love that. Like as someone who wants to watch it as a neutral, you want to watch Doku,
Yeah.
but as a manager that wants to win games, do
No,
I
I
want?
get what you're saying. Like the
be pulling up
final
with Doku.
end product, I get it. I watched him in the Club World Cup against Juventus as well, and I'm not like we don't have a great defense, but he was like really, really good. Like every time he was on the ball, I was like, man, I might say a
He
prayer
is,
here.
yeah, no, he is that type of player. No, genuinely, because even
Like, he's
I
dangerous,
remember the
man.
FA Cup when we beat them under Ten Hag, and Doku came on and scored. But as soon as he came on, bro, the whole game changed. Like I agree
Yeah,
with
I
you.
agree,
He's
like-
more dangerous than he is like just a consistently good player. He's one of them players that he's dangerous. He'll show you a glimpse. You start him, he stinks it up. He seems like one of those frustrating players. Doku for me is the Messi of Saint Maximin's.
Yeah.
Wow, I think that's a good comparison.
I get what you're saying. Like he has. That's what I'm saying. I never said he's on the cusp of being world class.
For a man to do that after
Yeah,
a
no,
bit, that's
no,
a good.
no,
That's
no.
a good point.
Is that you agreeing, or do you feel like there's a bit of
I'm thinking.
yeah?
That's a man
it's-
deep in thought.
Yeah,
He is thinking deeply
the conversation's there.
Yeah,
The conversation's there.
I didn't
I
say
hear
he
you.
was on
Yeah.
the cusp of being world class. I said like he has characteristics and traits where I think he could be a champagne bottle that explodes over the next few years. Like that's what I think. I think
That's a brand new phrase.
Yeah, I've never heard of that analogy.
Is it good?
before.
Is it alright?
That's a good one.
Decent
Yeah,
analogy?
yeah,
Yeah.
give me
It's
that one.
Muslim tax.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
would never say
no,
something like
schluck.
that.
Or water or something.
Water exploding is good.
It's lemonade. It's lemonade.
Sparkling water, man.
Carbonated water or something.
No, I think with City, my final point is I think they've got a lot of players that are on either side of the world class debate, and that they could become world class
Or they're completely
past
washed.
it. Yeah, or they're past it.
All right.
You look at Ruben Diaz, you look at Odi, Bernardo Silva, etc. But that's City.
Yeah.
Who is next?
I think we got to move on to the other team in blue.
Okay.
Do Chelsea have any world class players, and if so, who are they? I'll start off with you, Emmanuel.
I believe there are two.
You sound like you were itching yourself. Man.
No, I sounded.
I believe
was
there's two.
horrified.
There's one that I'm completely certain on, and there's one that I think he's in there. The one that I'm dead certain on is Caicedo. I think you speak about like.
Bro, the other man is definitely in there as well. Like I
There's
don't
a
disagree.
conversation.
No,
Caicedo's
do
in there,
you
but
know
the
why?
other
Do
guy
you know
has
why?
to be.
Do you know why? Because remember what my criteria is. So like obviously that's what I say. Like it's not like a
Okay,
concrete thing. I think Caicedo is like absolutely guaranteed. When you talk about his position, he's up there in the top 2 or 3 or whatever. And then we talk about Cole Palmer as well, who I have.
This is, but he put Wirtz in there, man. And if Palmer's on the cusp, that's the only issue I have.
Yeah, but I think Wirtz is better than Palmer.
That's wrong.
That's my opinion though.
This is
Yeah,
where
I know. Fair enough, it's your
this is where
opinion, but-
your consistency on your. I'm not saying you're wrong, by the way.
Yeah.
But this is where your consistency on your definition
So,
is gonna come back.
takes
Exactly.
it.
So this is why I'll give you like my rough list and why I say like Cole Palmer's in there. I just didn't know like to what extent, because you have the likes of, depending on how you count their positions, right? You've got Florian. This is the conversation, not in order. Yeah, Florian Wirtz, Cole Palmer, Musiala, Bellingham plays in their 10 role as well. So at that point, you're already thinking like, okay, are we counting other guys as 10s or as just like they're slightly deeper or whatnot? So I think Cole Palmer gets in there, but I don't think it would be like as guaranteed as Caicedo's one.
Okay,
But obviously
for his position.
Exactly, but obviously you can argue that someone that's an attacker and making the difference week in, week out, obviously you're going to put him in the world class. It's just a lot of the time with Cole Palmer, I feel as though I agree that last season Enzo Maresca kind of changed it in a way that, right, cool, we're not going to solely rely on you every single week, so fair play. You can have games where you don't score and you're still good. But to go like 6 months or whatever, no open play goals,
No, it's
that's a bit
crazy.
crazy as
Yeah,
well.
it's mad.
Like we have to have like a balancing act.
Yeah,
as
but
well.
Hazard also did that for a year. So are you saying in that year he wasn't world class?
Yeah, 15-16 Hazard was horror.
don't
I mean,
think he was horrible.
if we're going to talk about like the
For his-
season,
for his level.
no,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like the season itself, yeah, it wasn't world class from Hazard, right? But we know he's world class because of his whole
No,
catalogue.
but at that point, Hazard was what, 23, 24. He wasn't crazy old. He didn't have an insane catalogue. Yes, he won.
But he had the year before.
Yeah, okay.
That's the same thing I'm talking about for Cole Palmer. He had the year before. I don't really. I'm someone that I watch every single Club World Cup game, so I'm not someone that's like, oh, that tournament is meaty, that tournament is this, whatever.
Was
Like,
he good in it?
he was okay. He was good in the final, and he had like one alright game in the like run up to
But
the
he
final.
made the
as
difference
well.
when it mattered.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. My issue is again the months beforehand. I don't think we should be gassing up like Conference League, where again he did nothing from January till that like May time, and he showed up against Betis. I believe he came off the bench even, and he made that crazy run and he got the assist. So I think Cole Palmer is a very good player, and again I've got him in my world class thing. But I think Caicedo consistently for the last, literally since his shocking debut at West Ham, has been like at that same level, if not improving year on year. And again, he did it at Brighton as well. You were gassing up Kirkes for doing it at Bournemouth. Caicedo was this level at Brighton where, Arsenal fans were begging for him and Chelsea fans were begging.
He was
every
begging to
team.
join Arsenal, by the way. He actually put out that.
I remember. Do you remember when he apologized to Martinelli for injuring him? Bro, say sorry by going to Arsenal now, man. Make this. Look what you done to Martinelli, bro. He would have been in these conversations. But no, I think they're both in there. I just believe that. Like
You think
Caicedo's
he's more of a lock?
Caicedo's is like
in his
is a
role.
definite one. Cole Palmer's is like you can make. If someone argued that he's not in there, just about, I would hear it a little.
I get
bit.
what you're saying.
But I think
Yeah.
he's a
But I
difference
also think
maker.
There's more
and he-
names in Palmer's position than there are in Caicedo's.
for sure. That's why.
Like,
That's
it's more
why. That's why I
competitive.
made the point. Like
Yeah.
there are so many. Like the tens are slightly coming back now, which is nice for football as well. We want to see.
I just said they're not.
No, that's where, because you said that to back Verts, right? Yeah, because you said there's no that
Yeah,
10
yeah.
round. But I'm looking at it, bro. There are a
No,
lot
there
of 10s,
are,
bro.
but
no, like
Palmer's-
that. The youngers are like.
No, but I'm saying Palmer, like it's gonna come on to me now. But I think Palmer has that ability that Wirtz doesn't with his passing. I think Palmer's an incredible passer of the ball that I don't think Wirtz is. Wirtz is like a combiner. He's a 1-2. He can spin quickly. He's like Foden, but more shooty. Actually,
Yeah.
Foden is quite shooty. But I think Wirtz is like Foden. I think Cole Palmer for me is undisputedly world class. The
Yeah,
talent
same.
when you watch him is insane. There are like. When you watch Chelsea, you're just watching for Palmer. What's he gonna do? And there's so many moments because I obviously think when you're world class, you need to have moments. You need to have a
Yeah.
moment where you're just like, oh my god, this guy is unbelievable. Let's put the Club World Cup to one side because the final he took it over. What we saw at points in the 23-24 season, 24-25, when you're watching this guy, he's playing a first time pass to Nicholas Jackson. He's not even looking at where he is, and Nicholas Jackson's through on goal. That is quality. That is an unbelievable player. Now, in terms of the other players that I have in my world class, I've got Caicedo's on cusp, so I don't have him there. I think Reece James is, when he's fit. I know it's been a long time since he's been fit, but he's been fit for like 9 months straight now. So you're seeing more and more his fitness, and you're seeing more and more the talent that's still there. I think we forget he's still only.
What is he, 25?
He's 25. Like, the guy is still young. I'm saying
So-
that
so
because
you're
I'm
saying
25.
he-
But,
So
No,
he
you
is
are
world
young,
class.
man.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
worry,
thank you, man. Thank
So
you.
he is world class.
Yeah,
He's not on the cusp.
Reece James
Okay,
is world
Reece
class.
James
for me.
world class.
I think the next guy for me that's going to be on the cusp is João Pedro. I think João Pedro as a striker, he's one of the best in the world. Maybe top 5,
As a
top
nine?
7. Yeah, I think he's so good.
Okay.
His ability to link, going behind, in the air, finish, score goals, and in a year's time when he scores 18, 19 Premier League goals this season and 23 next season, people are going to say this is one of the best strikers in the world.
No, if he gets to that, I agree with you. I don't know if I've seen enough.
He's already scored
from him.
3.
I think he's class, but then again, strikers. So you're talking about like he'll be in the like Haaland, Kane kind of bracket. That's what you believe. For
I
João
think
Pedro?
so.
But I don't know
think
if he's that type of
no,
player.
I think Haaland.
No,
is-
I'm talking about like the
In the
go-to
conversation.
gunmen. Like
No, but that's what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with your point in that I don't think João Pedro is that type of player. So I don't know if I think that will play against him when we come to a top 5 striker debate, because he doesn't strike me as a gunman who just wants to get goals. Whereas you look at the top 5 strikers in the world in all decades, they are gunmen who just want
He
to
could
get
he
goals.
could develop that.
Yeah, but also,
Yeah.
like, why are you taking the other side away from his game? Like, the ability to bring
playmaker.
everyone in.
no, I
but
like
Kane
João
does
Pedro.
that.
I like
Kane
João
does
Pedro
that.
a
I
lot.
think
Yeah.
João Pedro is better than Kane. Kane is like a long ball guy. Like, there's a runner, Kane will find him.
Yeah, you're more like quick passes off bounce.
That's for me what a better playmaker is than just a guy who spams long balls.
No, I hear it.
I'm not saying it about Trent though, because Trent is something special.
No, I mean,
Do you know what? I know why he's doing this actually. Because there's a point where I'm going to agree with you on here. We may end up on the same wavelength. I know why he loves João Pedro so much.
Why?
It's because he loves Gabriel Jesus so much.
I love strikers that
And
link
those
play.
players are, they're
are.
quite similar in terms of they're not maybe the most clinical in front of goal. They're not going to bag you 25 goals a season.
Yeah.
But the football they generate.
Yeah.
If you're a fan of that club, you love to watch that player, and also rival fans, you go and watch again. Like I like seeing João Pedro play football. Like so far, obviously, a lot of his goals have been like the set piece headers and that. But in general, we know what João Pedro can do. So I get where he's coming from in terms of like the link up play and the whole football. But it's just for me in the striker list,
It's hard.
there has to be like a barrier to entry.
Yeah.
You, bring me 25 goals for a
Yeah.
striker.
Yeah. No,
in
I
my
agree.
opinion.
I agree. That's why.
Isaac has it.
But in the
Well,
league,
all comps.
in the Prem.
Oh yeah, maybe all comps he has, but I'm saying in the Prem.
Because we didn't put Jokeres in there.
Next question.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No, I agree. I wouldn't put him
Oh,
either. But
yeah.
like 25
fair.
goals in
we
the league Prem, you're
watch
saying.
we watch Club World Cup. Any goals you scored in Liga NOS, you divide it by three. I'm sorry, Liga NOS fans. Yeah, Benfica, like Sporting, big up your team. All your goals are being divided by three.
No, I was asking a question. 25 goals in the Prem, you're saying?
Give me like 20 Prem and like
Okay.
5 in like Champions
okay.
League and then
okay.
the FA Cup or something.
Yeah.
Don't give me Conference League though, because I know some man that they were bringing me Conference League numbers. A certain midfielder.
It's a nice trophy though, at least.
I'll
Nice.
I'll let you finish last because
Sorry, I interrupted you.
You're gonna be I anticipate a Cole Palmer speech incoming from you, but I'll say mine quickly. But to be fair, to touch on that as well, that's why I feel like this whole debate is a bit not silly, but like
Flawed.
No, I don't think you can get too emotional.
There's
over
not
opinions.
like a guaranteed answer in it.
Yeah, but because football in itself is so subjective, you like different players for different things. For example, you like the Gabby Jesus type striker, so you might rate a João Pedro more.
Yeah.
For me, one of the reasons I supported Man United is because of a striker called Ruud van Nistelrooy who
Damn,
didn't
punk.
care about anything other than scoring goals. So that's why my favorite type of striker is a gunman who just, I don't care if you can pass, just shoot, bro.
Wait, so do you like Gyökeres?
Yeah, I do like
Is
Gyökeres.
it?
Yeah, I
Fair
do.
enough then.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
man. Fair enough, man.
Yeah, I do like Guy Curious.
Fairs.
But
That's what Faisal calls him, Guy Curious.
Guy Curious, although
Yeah.
good name.
You know his best one? Raul Asensio.
Raul.
Yeah,
Raul.
Raul is good.
Yeah, this guy's great.
Faisal needs a whole episode on names.
Raul.
Go on, Luca. Who do you say
No,
is
let me
well?
say mine. So let me,
Oh, you
Luca can-
haven't yet?
No,
No, you
Oh,
haven't
my
said
bad,
it
my
yet.
bad. I thought you did.
Because I know speech incoming.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quickly say Caicedo cusp,
Mm-hmm.
very, 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 very cusp. I say Caicedo's like in the same mold as like a McAllister for me, or a who's the other Gravenberch, where like I've seen good, I just need to see it maybe for a little bit longer, and you're there. But exceptional player, literally transformed their whole midfield. Cole Palmer for me. So now you're gonna bear with me. I think he's cusp. I think he's so close to cusp, but I think he's cusp. The same thing that I said about Saka, invert it, right? I said about Saka, he's got the consistency, he's unbelievable, he makes the game tick, blah, blah. I just want to see a bit more from him in those bigger moments. Cole Palmer's got those bigger moments, but I want to see the rest. Like Emenia said, bro, how can you go from January, no non-penalty goals, basically? Like, it is a little bit where I'm like, let me see that consistency from you but his international career, his big moments, his finals, unbelievable. I just need to see a little bit more during the game, throughout the season. And like I said, bro, I want him to be world class. I think we're having a conversation about 6 months. He hopefully will be in world class. But for me, still class. So Chelsea, for me, no world class players yet.
Oh, none.
Before you start, I think I might join you on the Reece James thing. I get the logic. It's a bit of a dodgy one, but I
Yeah.
feel like if I'm factoring in the last few years, Reece James, he is a world class player when he can give you an entire season, which is not often, but I think I gotta let them have
Yeah,
that.
I hear it. I just think
You
injury
need
prone
some
players are the
form.
most
Yeah.
annoying kind of players because I know you're an
Because
unbelievable player.
I would have put Gabriel Jesus in world class for Arsenal.
Yeah, well, that's just a sickness.
Nah,
I would have backed you, so don't
Yeah,
worry.
there you go.
We can go hospital together,
Yeah,
man.
two people say
Yeah,
all that.
come on, man.
Joint
Yeah.
appointments. I never knew they did that, man.
The GP me and him was like that. Go on, Luca.
Luca.
I think, Reece.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a bit of a tricky subject because when he's very injury prone. I think when he's fit, he is one of the best fullbacks, if not the best right back in the world. I don't really like him inverting in the midfield. I'm not the biggest fan of that. I don't think he's got the characteristics, the traits to be a midfielder, but I think on the flank he's quality. I would put Caicedo in there. I think in terms of breaking up play, is there really anyone better in the world? I don't think so. I think he's super underrated. I think now he's getting more love and more appreciation, but I think he's only come really recently, within the past 6-7 months. I was really frustrated actually when Caicedo signed for Chelsea. I thought the first few games he was looking really, really shaky. I didn't think he looked incredible. It almost looked as if Chelsea overpaid that. I was thinking, are they going to really get the best out of him? But he's come really, really good now. And of course I put Cole Palmer in there. I think Palmer, man, top player.
No, he's unbelievable.
There are very few players I would swap Yildiz for. I wouldn't even swap him for Palmer, to be honest. But like, he's in that, I consider it.
A little bit, bro.
I got to mention him. No, but he's so good, man. Like, he does the simple things so effectively. Like his first touch, he's super intelligent. His positional awareness, like Remedy was saying, like he just knows where players are on the football pitch. And I would say, like, maybe one thing, he's quite one-footed. Like, he's predominantly left-footed, but he's got a really, really good shot. He's a good playmaker. And bro, he just turns up. For me, he turns up when Chelsea need him. Yes, maybe in the league against the big six, there are times where you think, ghosting a little bit. I think, like you said, in the last 6 months, no goals. That's obviously not a very useful stat to help you when you're debating world-class players. But I think Cole Palmer is just, he's got every trait you want from a world-class player to make the difference. And he dragged Chelsea in that first season. That was a really, really poor Chelsea team. And like, one thing I think that people really underestimate with footballers is confidence is so important. It's such an important attribute. And Cole Palmer is very, very confident. He's one of the most, like, when you talk about confidence in the game, obviously you think about like a young Ronaldo, you think about Lamine Yamal now. You could call them cocky, arrogant, whatever you want to call them, or confident. Like, it's very subjective. There's a thin line between the two. I think Cole Palmer is just so confident in his ability and himself to turn up when it matters. That's what separates him from a lot of players. I had a friend that was young, playing for Chelsea, and he trained with both. And he said that Nkunku technically was better than Palmer. Like, in training, it wasn't even a question. But Palmer's confidence and Palmer's almost like arrogance that he knew he was the best player.
He's not fazed by
when they both arrived to Chelsea, Nkunku was supposed to be the main man.
For sure.
It wasn't Palmer. They didn't expect Palmer to put up the numbers that he did in his first season. It was almost inverted. Everyone expected Nkunku to do that. But Cole Palmer did that because he was confident in himself. Nkunku was injured, but he was like, yeah, I'm the main man. This is my team. And it turned out to be his team. And I think Cucurella's a really, really good fullback as well. I think Cucurella's one of the best left backs in the world. In my opinion, but I wouldn't put him world class, but I think he's really, really good. And he had a great season last year.
Yeah, first. I think it is, I was going to say on confidence as well. I don't know if it's confidence or just not being phased, because I remember we had the same thing with Martial, that first few
They play with
games.
freedom.
It's like,
without a weight.
Yeah, it's
you know
like,
what I mean?
I don't care what the occasion is, bro. Like, we're playing against Liverpool, we're playing against whoever. He's just like, he doesn't care, bro. Like, it seems like the occasion doesn't get to him. I agree.
He
Palmer's
turns
definitely
up,
got
he
that.
plays well, goes home.
Yeah.
chills.
It's just so normal.
Another day.
Yeah.
All right.
Next.
Yeah, I think we can.
Cool.
Yeah, that was a good Chelsea debate.
That
Chelsea
was.
fans, let us know what you think in the comments below.
Yes.
I think Spurs is next. I think we can gloss over. I don't think Spurs have any world class players. I think
Yeah.
Romero could be cusp. I think Van de Ven could be cusp of the cusp of the cusp. Jed Spence maybe one day as a right back. Pedro Porro, great crosser of the ball, maybe a top 7, top 8 right back in the world. But yeah, I don't think Spurs have any world class players. What about you guys?
I'm in agreement. I think Porro, out of everyone, Romero's most closest.
Romero's really good.
Yeah.
Really, really strong.
Yeah, go on.
I was going to say, Udogie before his injury was really good as well.
Yeah.
I thought he was one of the best left backs in the world. And but since his injury, he's not been the same. I think Xavi Simons has the potential as
I
well
forgot about him, yeah.
within the next few years. But yeah, I wouldn't put any world class players in that.
Fairs. Manuel?
Yeah, I like Van de Ven a lot, but again, not quite world class. And then I'll give a bit of Ghana prop. Mo Kudus, I like him, but obviously not world class. But you know what I mean. Give it a little season. He's playing Champions League this year because he beat someone's team.
And I think Sar's quality, man.
Oh, he's had a good start to the
He's
season.
been
to be fair,
incredible
but
so far.
I just think, obviously,
I think
like,
he can explode this season.
you cannot be like, with
No,
all due
of
respect,
course.
finishing 17th and then be talking about like world class. So.
Well, that's quite funny because there's a team that is 15th.
Time to wrap it up. Anyway, good video, you man.
Sit back down, boy. Sit back down, man.
All right, on to Aston Villa.
Because there's one team left. Do Manchester United have any world class players?
This will be the longest segment because we have so many. I mean, how could you choose?
Rasmus.
Delo.
Psyche's gone.
He's gone.
Dorgu. You've got Anana Bayinde.
Wow.
2 of the best goalkeepers in the world. You're talking. You know, we've got a lot of
What about
quality.
lemons?
Lemons.
When life gives you
When
lemons.
life give you lemons.
Lemons.
Wallah,
Have you guys seen the stats, bro?
Oh.
The amount that he's caught the ball. Oh, it's crazy.
Did you see his unveiling? No trim.
I didn't.
Oh yeah,
No
he looked
trim.
like the guy.
Normal day.
You know what he looked like?
The guy who's not shaving.
This is day number 237.
Wallah, I said the same thing, bro. Wallah, I said the exact same thing. He looks exactly like him. It's mad. All right, jokes aside. There's one player. I think everyone's let's just get it out
All
of
right,
the way.
let's all say it on 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Cunha.
Nobody.
Yeah. I didn't even say anyone because I was like, you guys are
All
gonna
right,
take
cool.
the
Let's
piss.
wrap this video up then.
Yeah. All right. Let's be honest, boys. Is Bruno Fernandes world class?
No.
I think you can make the case.
I'm in that boat.
Let me make the case then.
All right, go on. Sell me.
Do you need Bruno Fernandes?
As in too often.
Yeah. The supply and demand. You told me to sell him.
Please
Do you
no.
need
Oh, please
Bruno
no.
Fernandes.
We're gonna start by saying no, we don't need him. So now, how are you gonna sell it?
Okay, so if you don't need him, then I create the demand.
Okay,
Okay,
go.
okay.
Oh, we've got top salesman here.
You need a 10 to lead, create, score, drag your team to 15th
Wow.
when you are projected to finish 20th. Genuinely, boys, I'm not gonna lie to you. Jokes aside, the numbers this guy's putting up in the worst, historically, the worst Manchester United team of all time, statistically, on the eye, everything. This is the worst I've ever seen my team. If there's one spark, one little glimmer where I'm like, how I almost question how he's doing it. I almost question who are you passing to get these assists, because I'm not seeing these goals. Where are you scoring these goals from? Because I'm not seeing it on the pitch. Like sometimes I think the numbers are fake, but then I see the numbers since he's joined the Premier League. No one has basically scored, or he's still in like the top 3, I think, goals and assists or whatever. There's generally so many stats out there that you can see where Bruno is carrying single-handedly the team to something. I'm not going to say victory because more time it's not victory. But you look at Bruno when he first played in that team, and an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer team, which was doing well, NHS Man United, for those of us who remember.
That was so smooth.
Yeah, thank you. You look at that team. Bruno was top 3, top 5 number 10s in the world for me at that time. That is what you get from a Bruno. I almost feel sorry for him that he stayed that long at Man United. I almost feel sorry for him that the managers have been chopping and changing. I feel sorry for him that he's had to move in a number 8 where he doesn't look good, and I'm kind of getting frustrated because this isn't the Bruno that I'm used to seeing. But even then, he's finding a way to kind of be influential in the game, and obviously he's playing against him. The last thing I'll say is that Bruno Fernandes, for me, and I feel bad saying that, but he's on the cusp of dropping out of world class because I can't ignore form. I can't ignore the Man United league table finish. I can't ignore any of that kind of stuff. But for me, he's still, as a player, his capabilities, what he does, the influence he has on a team. If you think Man United are bad with Bruno, trust me, I've seen him without Bruno. Grimsby Town, we went 2-0 down because we didn't have Bruno in the team, for example. We did though.
That's cope, man.
Huh?
That's cope.
Do you think? I don't know.
Nah, man. To be fair, Grimsby, they shouldn't have won anyway. Do you see?
Yeah.
They pulled
Ineligible player.
ineligible player.
It was late by like 1 minute, man. Loud.
FA, come on, man. Do your job.
You want to be the first team to get eliminated twice from the same tournament? Fair enough, man. Come back in, bro.
I think he's... listen, I have to be fair. He's on the cusp of dropping out, but for me, he still is a world-class player. And I do think Arsenal would be a much better team with him. A Chelsea, I don't know, whoever. I think he still is a player where you put him into multiple teams around the world, he still benefits that team. He's still got enough, man, for me.
Go on, Luca.
I agree. I think he is well class.
Thank you, man.
He definitely gets into Arsenal's team. He's better than Odegaard.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Why are you so against him getting over Odegaard? Do you like Odegaard?
First of all, you started, your first word was the leader, all right? So
No, that was me when I was doing fake salesman. That was a real.
Okay, that was the fake.
That was a real.
Because already the cogs started turning around,
No.
you know what I mean? My brain started moving. But
Wait, did we not see him give it the big one against Burnley players? Come on,
Wow,
bro. That's a
that's a
leader.
leader,
no,
right?
I hear that.
Captain,
Because it was
leader, legend.
Captain,
No,
leader,
I get that.
legend. Against Burnley.
No, don't laugh. This is a massive result for them. Come May, that 3 points could be the difference between 17th and 18th between them and Burnley. So don't be celebration police. Like you mentioned one of the it's the worst United team or whatever. You know, I'm old enough to remember. I'm sure you will not remember. Do you remember when Dennis Law scored that back heel to relegate United in 1974? For those of us who remember. He relegated United. That was a bad United. And this United now, when everyone says, oh, where would it be without Bruno? You have Bruno and you are 15th in the relegation battle. You nearly failed to break 40 points. You got lucky against, was it Aston Villa who bugged out on the final day?
They were mad.
And they should have won.
Did you see what I mean? They bugged out on the final day and you didn't get 40 points. So first and foremost, I don't want to hear all of that about where would it be without Bruno, because you have Bruno and you are still bad. Season in, season out, getting progressively worse. So
but that question can still stand, by the way. Where would we be? Where would we be without him? We'd be
low.
relegated.
But you get someone else. People do this thing on the internet, they take away his goals and assists as if no one else will play. You now play with 10 men. Someone else will play.
No, of course.
How do you know that someone else is not going to play and do anything better than him?
He got you there.
No, he didn't get me because even when he hasn't played, his consistency is crazy. But the times where he's been injured or hasn't played, I can't wait for Bruno to come. I almost feel bad at the times. I almost regret the times. I'm like, oh, this guy, he's annoying me, blah blah blah.
To me, I don't want, and again, it can go back to what kind of players you like and whatnot. My kind of 10 is not one that treats the ball like a bomb and just launches it at the advertising boards whenever he's angry. I mentioned the leadership thing because I think it's quite important as well from like a captain or whatever, right? The amount of times I just see him crying and moaning, and I get you can say, oh, he cares about the team or whatever. I'm sorry, that penalty situation, that's pathetic, bro. To say that, I'm angry because the ref didn't say sorry to me, and so that's why now I'm fuming. He didn't say sorry. Like, come on, man. So that's one thing. Intangibles, he doesn't have it, and on the ball, I agree. Cool, like. Penalties in general, aside from that, a couple times or 6 times he's missed. In general, he's good at penalties. He got good delivery from free kicks as well. You mentioned where the goals come from. It's because you meant when you're so bad all the time, at the end, it's Harry Maguire comes and saves you. And Bruno's the one that gets the assist. So fair play, like corners, free kicks, whatever. But just in general, in open play, I want to see a 10 that does far more than what Bruno does. So that's why I would not want Bruno in my team. That's not my kind of midfielder.
Do you think that he plays like that because that's how he plays? I think there is an element of that. But also, I know which times you're referring to where he just launches the ball up. Bro, I will be honest with you. That is majoritively on the management as well. Eric Ten Hag was
like
literally
4 managers with him.
And under Ole,
he's done the same, like treating the ball like a bomb since he's
not
arrived.
really, bro. Not really, because when Amrin first came in, that died down a little bit because he was playing in the 10. Now that he's dropped into midfield,
he can't play in the double pivot.
No,
that's one thing.
And it plays against him. That's why
he plays against United.
He can't play in the 10 either.
He
can.
For United.
And that double 10,
I'm saying for that.
and that double 10 is arguable. He did it okay.
But in that system,
but as a sole 10 with 2 wingers either side of him and a striker above him, he's one of the best, genuinely on form. He's one of the best players in the world for me in that position.
So when I spoke about,
I don't think Bruno's world class.
When I spoke about, like, again, everyone's criteria is different, and I told you like my top 3 or 5 or whatever. So you'd think he's better than like your Musialas and Judes and Cole Palmers, and you think he's better than them
in a position in a system that suits him, you mean, rather than what he's
no.
Right
You
now.
don't have to ask me about the system. Just he is himself, and the other players are themselves. Is he better than these guys?
If you take them singularity, then yeah, of course, I think he's one of the best. Yeah, I think he's in that conversation, top 3, top. I don't think that's ridiculous to say.
I think it is, but
if you see him on the pitch now in a position where he's 8, he's playing in the number 8 in a team that finished 15th last season, bro, it looks bad. It's gonna look bad.
I've seen him before Amorim arrived as well.
If you showed someone Bruno's stats since the 1920 season when he joined to present day, covering the name Bruno Fernandes, just showing the goals and assists, right? Mm-hmm. If you looked at those numbers, would you not say, wow, that consistency?
No, do you know why? Because I don't watch the football via the Excel
spreadsheets
or whatever.
But you don't like Salah. So there's no point even
talking. It's not. What do you mean I don't like Salah?
Wow. He tried to set you up there.
Do you know what I mean? That's crazy.
You've disrespected.
Me and Liverpool fans have been shaking hands today. We've been having some great conversations with the Liverpool fans. I lie?
No, because you've disrespected Salah in the past.
Actually, to be fair, you disrespected Salah on the podcast.
What did I say?
He's wearing the, what's it called? What's that game called? Subway Surfers.
No, but he was. But he was.
He did.
But it doesn't take away from what I'm saying though.
What's your
my Salah thing? Yeah, is that like I was asked a question one time. I forgot who the comparison was.
No,
it was about Ronaldo.
You didn't want to watch the highlights on YouTube.
Exactly. Someone asked me about players that I like enjoy watching or whatever. I'm talking about Ronaldo. Oh wait, and then they start telling me, what about Salah? And all I said was like, I'm never going on YouTube and typing in Mo Salah. Like, I'll never do that, and I still stand by that. It doesn't mean that he's not world class, but people just they take the clip and then again they're like, nah.
Well, what's the issue with Bruno's numbers season upon season? How do you look at that and think, you're not elite, man. You're not world class.
Because the majority of them are penalty goals first and foremost.
They're not though. They're not though.
That's a general.
They're not.
I
think you're right. I think if you take away the name Bruno, you don't see the fact that he moans all the time. You don't see the fact that he looks a certain way.
But why do you think that it would be the case, like, just for Bruno? Why do you think it's the case of like, I'll take away Bruno's name and suddenly I'll rate him?
No.
Why would I suddenly
rate him? I'm not talking about Bruno. I'm talking about the numbers. When you can like stats.
Yeah, but what has that got?
Goals and assists win you games.
Correct.
Winning games wins you trophies. Just in general in football. I'm not saying for United. They haven't been great in the last few years. But Bruno's consistency since he joined in January has been immense in a very poor Manchester United team. He's had moments. Some Man United teams have finished second, third. They've been okay. Now they're piss poor. Now they're horrible. If you put Bruno in a different team, in a much better team, you don't think he's going to perform at the same level, if not better. You don't think environment matters in football. I think Bruno is a difference maker in that Man United team. If he wasn't in that team, they would be a lot worse.
Don't you think there's a common denominator that they keep on getting worse and he's there all the time?
No, it's not him.
Pogba's leaving, brothers are leaving. It was always Pogba's fault.
Bruno's better. Bruno at United has been better than Pogba at United. Bruno at United has been better than any midfielder at United post Ferguson. They're better than any player.
Bro, he's been our best season. He's been our best signing since Ferguson.
But that's not.
There's not a lot of competition.
That doesn't take anything away from him.
No, but I'm saying
he's elevating United.
You can't use that to gas it up.
No, I'm not. I'm putting context to it. I'm using it as context.
No, you've just told me look at the numbers and cover the name. That's literally having like zero context.
I'm saying no. I'm saying cover the name. I'm saying, are those numbers not impressive? Would you not look at those numbers and think this is an elite level footballer putting up those numbers as a midfielder?
I don't know. Tell me then.
I would say yes.
No, tell me the numbers so that I can tell you if
I don't know them off by heart. You want to pull them up, Hussein?
No,
No, not really.
because no, I agree.
No, but am I not?
I agree. There's so many numbers, bro. That it's like there's so many times I'm scrolling the timeline and I see another stat to back this case. I'm like, how do people still not see it? I hear it. It doesn't look good. It's hard to sell. It's hard to convince because we're 15th. I don't really have a leg to stand on. We finished 15th. We finished poorly. He's not really, he's playing in a position right now, especially right now. This is the worst time to be having a conversation because it's like Man United fans even want to get rid of him because he's playing in a position that's not his position. So. And we just rejected £100 million for him. So a lot of people are against him. It's not a good time.
That, by the way.
Yeah, well, that's again, it's not. It
But
really
that
his
doesn't
fault.
take anything away from him.
No, that
Exactly.
was a separate point. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
it's
Exactly.
taking that.
Bruno in a system that suits him. I'm not even gonna say in a system that suits him, bro, because he's played all types of systems, all types of managers. You had Ole who was counter-attacking. You had Ten Hag who done whatever box to box type, pitch to pitch. I don't know what he was doing. You had Amrim. I don't know what the hell was going on. Like he still manages consistently to at least have his own back, even if it's not for the greater good of the team. Right, for what's happening right now, at least you can say Bruno on an individual level is still doing enough. I can even have that
to
conversation.
elevate everyone around him as well.
But
He's
what
got
if they've
idiots.
got the
Otherwise,
lowest IQ
He's got
you've ever
idiots
seen?
around him.
You
He's
know
But
what?
these are players that you
You
man
know
gas up when they sign. Oh, this guy is so cold.
Not
This
me.
guy is so
You know,
cold.
you know.
You've never gassed up United signings.
No, I have, but I've learnt my lesson now.
Okay, boys, you know what? I think this Bruno debate can last for an eternity.
Yeah.
But let the viewers decide. We're gonna put a poll in the comments down below, and we're gonna ask you guys: do you guys think Bruno Fernandes is world class?
What do you think, Remedy?
Yep.
I
And
said
list us your Champions League moments from Bruno
I said
as well.
yes initially, but I just think in a 15th place team, I can't accept
So
it.
No.
No.
Yes
Yes.
and yes.
And Matthew.
Yes.
Yes, of course. Come on, guys.
All right.
3-2.
So we've got 3-2 in the
3-2
studio.
in the studio, man.
We'll find out in the comments, or maybe we'll check after 2 days or 3 days what you guys think. But yeah, I think that was a really good debate that we had.
Yeah.
I think we got a lot of talking points. We got a lot of clips. We got a lot of good energy.
Yeah.
From this podcast. So I know we always ask the audience or the Bruvvahood to leave a comment. The comment is to vote in that poll.
Yeah.
We need to find out whether Bruno is world class or not.
Yeah.
Go on.
I was gonna say I want to thank the boys for giving their
I was literally about to thank them.
putting their necks on the line because it wasn't an easy discussion.
That was a hard one.
It was a tough one, but a good one. It was one that's needed, I think.
100%.
And it's good to know that everyone still has their own opinion. Everyone stands on their own different criteria of what world class is. Regardless, though, let us know if you want us to do this for managers. Let us know if you want us to do this on worldwide players.
Or world class teams.
Or world class teams could even be a discussion. Or just let us know what you want to see next. Luca, Amenya, muchas gracias. I mean,
Grazie.
grazie
Grazie
mille.
Grazie mille.
And
Russian?
Russian.
Oh,
Das
yeah.
Vidania.
No, spasiba.
Spasiba. Babushka.
No.
All right, cool, man.
Speak Russian.
Yeah.
Like fluently.
Like 75-80%.
Oh,
Yeah, see, he's my man. See, he's showing off, man. Guys are showing off.
thank you guys, and I'll see you very soon. Take care.